A hearty good morning to you. A great morning it is. We thank God to be alive. Indeed, it is the blessings of the Lord that keep us going, and we are grateful. We cannot for a second downplay this blessing of being counted among the living today. We're grateful to God for his many blessings, his protection and his guidance, and for seeing us through another weekend, bringing us into a different week. We pray that he continues to guide our steps. Bless us, our going out and our coming in. Amen. Welcome to Breakfast Daily. My name is Nanatu Boateng. It's an absolute pleasure to be here to serve you nothing but the best breakfast on a television. Remember that it is October, and so we're still in the season of breast cancer awareness. We ask that you go get checked. We ask that you update yourself with current trends regarding breast cancer. Stay informed and stay ahead of the disease, all right? So go get checked, engage in breast cancer activities, and then, of course, protect yourselves. We do not want to be losing you to an unfortunate disease like breast cancer. Now, October is also our cybersecurity awareness, if you like. And so we're asking you to stay safe. All right, join us as we roll out a series of interviews with experts in the cybersecurity space as they walk us through carefully selected topics to engage us on how to protect ourselves, your passwords, logins, where you should be surfing, where you should not be surfing. Internet behavior. We're going to be bringing you interviews with experts on all of these topics, and we entreat you to stay with us here on Channel One Television so that you stay abreast, because these scammers, these fraudsters are getting sophisticated by the day. And so you need to also upgrade yourself to be able to stay ahead of these trends. All righty. Now, when there's an elder in the house, it is quite obvious, it is clear from the comments that are made, the advice that is given, and the stern warnings that follow. And you see, you cannot love the vice president enough. She's a woman par excellence, if you ask me. And she keeps demonstrating same over and over and over and over again. I've told you guys to watch the vice president and how she carries herself as a politician. You see, by the end of the tenure of the NDC, these 4 years that we're in, this woman will stand out as one of the best politicians Ghana has ever had. And I'm making reference to the recent case of sexual misconduct between an assistant headmaster and a student of the KNUST Senior High School. We've heard of a recent one at Kajakrom. Yes, that one as well. Yesterday, the vice president had an opportunity to speak. And guess what? She leveled on this matter. She gave a stern warning, she cautioned, and she advised. And it's absolutely beautiful to hear her speak, to watch her speak as a mother, an academician herself, and then as a politician in a place of power. One who understands the dynamics of power play between a student, a teacher, and a headmaster. Just listen to the vice president.
Leadership cannot ignore those teachers and others in positions of power who abuse our young people. The recent events involving one of our teachers in a management position is a case in point. As teachers, we must always remember that we are placed in a position of trust, protection, and empathy. The power given to us is to facilitate learning. We will not wait to apply sanctions to those who violate this trust. Yes. And please, transfers are not punishments.
Thank you, Ma. May the good Lord continue to bless and empower you. May you stay focused on the vision. May you stay strong. May you have the will to crack the whip when it matters most. As teachers, and I'm quoting the vice president, we are placed in a position of trust, protection, and empathy. Where is yours? What happened to you when you saw that student? Where is your empathy? And I like the fact that she says transfers are not punishment. So that old way of, covering up and they say, well, but he's been punished, he's been sanctioned, and so he's been transferred to another school. Is that punishment? This person will still draw salary irrespective of the transfer. You get it? So perhaps some of these cases should move from the education services and enter the police, so that we can have some proper investigations into it and people punished appropriately, accordingly, within the remit of the law, to serve as a deterrent to others. But the vice president, oh boy, she is a woman to be celebrated. And I tell you, watch this space. She will stand out as one of the best politicians we've ever had in this country. Thank you so much, Ma. Peace and shalom. Now I'm going to take you up north. Guess what's happening there? We're going to the Tamale Sports Stadium on the 26th of October, the 25th and the 26th of October, and we're bringing you the Northern Business Fair. So here's what the Northern Business Fair is about. If you're into manufacturing, crafts, textiles, apparels, food and packaging, fast-moving consumer goods, or an NGO, then you should register to showcase your brand to the world at the Northern Business Fair. All right, showcase your business at the ultimate 2-day exhibition of authentic Ghanaian products and services. All right, we are assembling businesses, service providers, manufacturers, innovators, and services, technologies together at the stadium, the Tamale Sports Stadium, on the 25th to the 26th of October 2025. It's happening 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. each day, and we're entreating you to be part of the maiden edition of the Northern Business Fair. So you have textiles, you have fabrics, apparels, you're into food packaging, food processing, you have some technology to help withstand or to help fight, if you like, the dry spells in the northern part of the country. You have some agricultural produce that you have packaged. I mean, just name it, whatever business it is that you're running. Let's meet on the 25th and the 26th of October 2025 at the Tamale Sports Stadium. It's a 2-day exhibition of authentic Ghanaian products and services. Now call us, all right? Call us 0205 973 973 0205 973 973. Call us now. Book your spot before it is gone. We beg you. Call us now 0205 973 973 to be part of the Northern Business Fair 2025, which is powered by Channel One TV and City FM, and proudly sponsored by EcoBank, Side Hustle, the Ghana Enterprises Agency, and the Ghana Export Promotion Authority. And so we want to say thank you to EcoBank, thank you to Side Hustle, thank you to the Ghana Enterprises Agency, and of course our gratitude goes out to the Ghana Export Promotion Authority. We invite and entreat you all to join us at this ultimate 2-day event that is designed to showcase Ghanaian goods, Ghanaian services, Ghanaian products, Ghanaian innovations to the rest of the world. This time not in Accra, but in the northern region at the Tamale Sports Stadium. So call us, please, 0205 973 973, 0205 973 973. Once again, we want to say thank you to EcoBank, thank you to Side Hustle, thank you to the Ghana Enterprises Agency, and thank you to the Ghana Export Authority, GEPA. We're grateful to you, and we'll see you. So call us now, register and book your spot before it is all gone. We beg you. Now jump onto the Google Play Store and download the Channel One News app, where you get updated, up-to-date, current, relevant, factual, accurate news on the Channel One News app. That's what we are serving on the app. It's hosted on the Google Play Store. We entreat you to download and install same. It is quite simple to use. The interface is user-friendly, simple to navigate, and you shouldn't have any challenges at all. If you want to follow the news, if you want to stay updated, if you want to be abreast with current trends, get onto the Google Play Store and download the Channel One News app. We have stories in current affairs, politics, showbiz, entertainment, business, sports, you name it. All right, so download the Channel One News app now, install, and stay updated. Gratitude is a must. Now let's jump into the newspapers and check out what's happening this morning on the various front pages. I'll start off with the Daily Graphic. Daily Graphic. Galamsey rips through in Suta rail line. 3-kilometer Takrady Achim line destroyed. Hey, So are we humans at all? Do we have any sense of responsibility towards our country? They are digging through the rail line. Oh, they've dug underneath it. So imagine all the investment that has gone into railway development in this country. There's a rail line that runs through the Takrade Achim. That's the Insuta area. 3 kilometers of it gone to Galamsey. One man's greed. Hey! Anyways, the president is here. Story says Mahama renews war on Galamsey, pledges comprehensive sustained action. Mahama renews war on Galamsey, pledges comprehensive sustained action. Then you have Richard T. Mobb crowned most outstanding teacher. Richard T. Mobb crowned most outstanding teacher. Teachers like this, we should celebrate, not the disgraceful, shameful ones who want to take advantage of their students. All right, when you jump to the back page, there were a couple of sports stories. Resilient Lions hold Kotoko. And then you have Gold Stars edge All Blacks to maintain perfect start. Resilient Lions hold Kotoko. Gold Stars edge All Blacks to maintain perfect start. So that's the Daily Graphic newspaper for today. Let's jump into the Daily Guide. Daily Guide, front page says, Mahama shifts decision to national security. That's on the matter of Galamsey state of emergency. Mahama shifts decision to national security. Recall that when the president met with the civil society organizations, he said yes, they've not ruled out the decision on the state of emergency, but that decision will be taken upon the advice of the National Security Council. Daily Guide is reporting that Mahama shifted that decision to national security. Government outlines 5-pillar strategy against illegal mining. Government outlines 5-pillar strategy against illegal mining. Kumasi Inner Ring Road project not new. That's according to the minority. Kumasi Inner Ring Road project not new. That's according to the minority. And then you have Dr. Razak Poku writes on National Lotto Act and regulations. So that's the Daily Guide newspaper. Front page of the Ghanaian Times says, Galamsey fight, I'll declare state of emergency if. And that's also according to President John Dramani Mahama. I'll declare state of emergency if. Then you have $300 million Bright International Amusement Park set to become Ghana's 24-hour economy epicenter. That's John Dramani Mahama speaking there. Government intensifies Galamsey fight with 5-pillar strategy. Government intensifies Galamsey fight with 5-pillar strategy. Sports Minister rallies support for Black Stars as team nears World Cup qualification. We have 2 more matches to go, one against the Central African Republic and the other against Comoros. One will be in Morocco, the other in Accra. And we've been told the Sports Minister is rallying support for the Black Stars. Saturday was National Sanitation Day, and there's a story here that says, Zoom Lion supports National Sanitation Day. Zoom Lion supports National Sanitation Day. So that's the Ghanaian Times. Again, you get your sports stories on the back page, so grab a copy, and then you get all the details thereof. Let's go to the Chronicle newspaper. Ghana mourns Apostle Kwadwo Safo. 40th Day Memorial is October 20. Ghana mourns Apostle Kwadwo Safo. 40th Day Memorial is October 20. In politics, Bawumia takes control of Ashanti Central and Eastern regions. Bawumia takes control of Ashanti, Central and Eastern regions. Kofi Adams rallies support for Black Stars. And you have Ada Senior High Technical School gets mechanized boreholes, Ketsi KGL Foundation. Scripture for the day, Matthew 5:4. Blessed are those who mourn, for they shall be comforted. All right, so Matthew 5, we know is that's where the Beatitudes are. And then the verse number 4 says, Blessed are those who mourn, for they shall be comforted. Matthew 5:4. May the Lord bless the reading of his word. Again, you have sports stories on the back page. Grab a copy. You get the details thereof. Mostly covering the Ghana Premier League, which is in session. I'll take you to the Herald newspaper now. The Herald says, ex-Ghana military officers exposed in $10.5 million rusted 53-year Soviet-era armored vehicles purchase. Wow. Ex-Ghana military officers exposed in $10.5 million rusted 53-year Soviet-era armored vehicles purchase. Oh. Ihadu. I think I missed a story on the front page of the Daily Guide. Okay, Angela List wins Global Award. Angela List wins Global Award. So that's in the Daily Guide. Go grab a copy and you get that. But let me take you back to the Herald and finish off with the Herald. Musa Dankwa leaves questions and biases in his premature Mahama succession polls. Musa Dankwa leaves questions and biases in his premature Mahama succession polls. Bogosu Prestia Mines ownership row deepens. Blue Gold demands $1 billion compensation. Wow. Bogosu Prestia Mines ownership row deepens. Blue Gold demands $1 billion compensation. Mamiefua Huajeto promotes trade, tourism, and regional integration at Lagos Forum. NDC godfather Atua Hoy tears into a dormitory. He begged for a job, then turned against the NDC. And then you have the Angela List story here as well. Nguvu Mining CEO Angela List grabs Global Award in New York. Nguvu Mining CEO Angela List grabs Global Award in New York. So congratulations to her, CEO of Nguvu Mining, Angela List. The News Center says, state capture unfolds as FGR Blue Gold's mining lease has been expropriated to Heath Goldfields. State capture unfolds as FGR Blue Gold's mining lease has been expropriated to Heath Goldfields. Ashanti, Eastern, Central, Accra swing to Bawumia. Ashanti, Eastern, Central, Accra swing to Bawumia. Government's 5-pillar anti-Galamsey strategy unveiled. Government's 5-pillar anti-Galamsey strategy unveiled. Ghana has $2,600 millionaires, ranks 8th in Africa. Okay, Ghana has $2,600 millionaires and ranks 8th in Africa. Angela List wins 2025 Global Power Female Award. So that's the CEO of Nguvu Mining, Angela List, winning the 2025 Global Power Female Award. Congratulations going out to her. Let's get to the Ghanaian Publisher. Ghanaian Publisher says Blue Gold demands mining lease back. Claims bias toward Heath Goldfields. Blue Gold demands mining lease back. Claims bias toward Heath Goldfields. Galamsey fight showing results. That's according to Emmanuel Amakufibua, Minister for Lands and Natural Resources. Bawumia's 2028 bid gains major boost. Ghana observes 40 days of Apostle Kwadwo Safo. Angela List wins 2025 GPW Award. And then you have NLA KGL due backed by law. That's according to Dr. Razak Kojo-Poku, who is clarifying the misconceptions in this edition. The Custodian newspaper says we'll pick Bawumia for 2028. Ashanti, Eastern, Central, Greater Accra NPP delegates declare. We'll pick Bawumia for 2028. Ashanti, Eastern, Central, Greater Accra NPP delegates declare. Lawyer notifies Parliament to impeach Mahama over Galamsey crisis. Lawyer Wayo Ghana Manti. Those of you who remember him, you know. Lawyer Wayo Ghana Manti. The story says lawyer notifies Parliament to impeach Mahama over Galamsey crisis. Kumasi Inner Road project began under NPP. Minority clarifies. Okay, so that's the Custodian newspaper. Daily Analyst says Galamsey fight will smoke them out. Naimos vows to crush Galamsey operators. Recover all loot. Togbe Afede charges government. Sam George snubs $150 million Rectron deal. Backs $50 million Telecel bid for 80 Ghana. Galamsey destroys Bonsawere railway line after years of neglect. If you ask me, this is pure madness. Madness, if you ask me. You are destroying the railway line for Galamsey. Continue. Mahama's influence in 2028 flag bearer race could make or break NDC. That's according to Musa Dankwa, Executive Director of Global Info Analytics. And tension brews in North Tongue over shortage of premix fuel amid reports of diversion. Tension brews in North Tongue over shortage of premix fuel amid reports of diversion. Let's do the insight. Galamsey, Mahama says Ghana can win fight without state of emergency. Still on Galamsey, crackdown collapsed under Kufuor. That's according to the Lands Minister. Eyebrow raised over security implications of 14-story building overlooking CID headquarters. Eyebrow raised over security implications of 14-story building overlooking CID headquarters. NPP bold ladies slam 15 Eastern MPs over Baumia's endorsement. Kuyapem South MP commends government for increased prison feeding grant. Latin America condemns interception of global Samud flotilla and detention of activists by Israel. Now let me take you to the Republic Press. Bryant's campaign rolls into Greater Accra. NIMOS vows to crush illegal miners, declares them enemies of state. NIMOS vows to crush illegal miners, declares them enemies of a state. And then you have Nguvu Mining CEO wins Global Power Women Award. Junior doctors declare indefinite strike over 14 months unpaid salary. In the Eastern region, human skeletal remains discovered in pastor's residence in Brim North. Northeast region, immigration officer shot dead. One other sustains injury in assailant's attack at Beniri. So that's the Republic Press. I'll jump to the BNFT real quick. Front page says, stability, not strength or weakness of CD matters. Stability, not strength or weakness of CD matters most. That's the Business and Financial Times, BNFT. Nguvu Mining CEO wins Global Power Women Award. That's Angela List, the CEO of Nguvu Mining, and she's won the Global Power Women Award. Congratulations going out to her. Local fund domiciliation to anchor market growth. And you have cybersecurity chief calls for resilience, skills, and stronger enforcement. So that's the Business and Financial Times, the front page there. Let's go online. Channel1newsonline.com. We'll deal firmly with student attacks on teachers. That's Professor Opoku Agyeman, the Vice President, My Woman of the Year. Government to deploy 5,000 agriculture and veterinary graduates under Feed Ghana program. Government to deploy 5,000 agriculture and veterinary graduates under Feed Ghana program. Tano North farmers decry destruction of BC River by Galamseyers. Tano North farmers decry destruction of BC River by Galamseyers. Mahama's Galamsey reforms show strong institutional approach. That's according to Inusa Fuseni, former Member of Parliament, former Lands and Natural Resources Minister. Franklin Kujo slams Sam George over DSTV deal, calls handling a comedy of errors. Now let me take you to citynewsroom.com briefly. Citynewsroom.com. In the matter of Galamsey, Chairman Wontumi to report to police CID today. Chairman Wontumi to report to police CID today. IMF review enters final stretch as Ghana targets $360 million disbursement. IMF review enters final stretch as Ghana targets $360 million disbursement. Retail sales, VAT collections jump over 30% in first 5 months of 2025. And then you have waning investor interest drives 1.13 billion CD shortfall in T-bill auction. Waning investor interest drives 1.13 billion CD shortfall in T-bill auction. So go online, citynewsroom.com, as well as channel1newsonline.com, and you get the details of these stories and more. You can also download the Channel 1 News app and stay updated, stay current. Stay with us here, though, on Breakfast Daily Live on Channel 1 Television. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we begin the news review segment.
Habibi, my people, welcome to Dubai. My name is Sheikh Alkal bin Maktoum. Okay, so I am Caleb, right? Caleb Kuda is my name, and this is Beyond Borders on Channel 1 Television. We are in Dubai. So join me. Let us explore the allure, the beauty, and the reality of life and living it in Dubai through the eyes and the experiences of our compatriots.
Imagine 6 people, 10 people sharing a common room together.
If you're not chinampe, na complain there in the sense, why do I share one rooms now? It doesn't smell pleasant. Or hunting no complaints now be bring to the fair no too.
Dubai is one of the most organized, highly resourced, and well-endowed countries you would find.
You've been here for 7 months.
Yes.
Without a job.
Yeah.
How is it like?
So hard.
Tell me about it.
Struggling, renting and feeding is so hard.
Every frame per second of their lives in Dubai tells a story, and we've got it all captured right here on Beyond Borders, only on Channel 1 Television. So don't get told, don't miss out. Catch these compelling stories of Ghanaians in Dubai only on Beyond Borders on Channel 1 TV this and every Wednesday at 7 p.m. I catch you.
Beyond Borders is sponsored by Copen Hospitality.
In a nation full of questions, where truth often hides behind noise, one show dares to ask what truly matters face to face. With fearless clarity and a quest for accountability, host Umaru Sanda Amadou sits down with the movers and shakers of politics, governance, society, and business, confronting the issues that define our national conversation.
Party itself has said that whenever you are in opposition, you should choose flag bearers early.
So what you are trying to tell me is that you want somebody who is going out to come and select a leader for you. So the next person will come and say, but I didn't select him.
Direct victim of attack, violent attack.
Where and when?
The first one happened in Parliament. I was pregnant.
Now, for me, it was legitimized by a radio or TV station giving her a position to work.
So for you, take issue with GH1 and what and giving her the platform.
That is where the minority is. We are on them. We've asked questions.
President Mahama will be a mean president if he prioritized only his children and DCP. He needs to demonstrate a Ghanaian government.
Every Tuesday at 9 p.m., join Umaru Sanda Amadou on Face to Face as he digs deeper, challenges power, and reveals the stories shaping Ghana's future. Only on Channel 1 TV.
In a world filled with challenges, we all need guidance, hope, and a lifeline to anchor us.
This is Lifeline, and I'm your host, Fred Crunchy Mensah.
From social issues, relationship challenges, and family matters, Lifeline is here to inspire, uplift, and guide you on your journey.
Where we give you support, where we hold your hand through the valley and through the thick and thins of life.
Join Bishop Fred Crunchy Mensah.
I welcome you especially to Lifeline.
Every Tuesday and Thursday at 10 p.m. right here on Channel 1 TV. Let's walk this path together, strengthen our faith, our families, and our lives. Lifeline, because every soul deserves a guiding light. Tune in to Lifeline on Channel 1 TV and let's grow together.
Hello there. Always grateful to you for choosing us. This is Breakfast Daily live on Channel One TV. It's time now for the news review segment. A number of issues to look at this morning. We're hoping to make judicious use of our time, so at least we can bring you various perspectives to the issues. But remember that the show is interactive, and so we'd like to hear from you. Send us your thoughts, your comments, your contributions via the WhatsApp number on your screens. And then, of course, you can follow us on our socials. We're live on Facebook. We're on YouTube as well. We're very, very engaging on X as well as IG, and you can enjoy some video content from Channel One TV on TikTok. So join us. Let's do the show together. Welcome aboard. All right, we're going to go into the conversations now. First off, we're starting with the issue of illegal mining. If you like, the menace that is destroying our country, polluting our river bodies, destroying our forest. A video that we have seen over the weekend, and I say it is purely madness, if you ask me, that people are able to dig underneath the Nsuta railway line, the Takrade Achim railway line. 3 kilometers of that line has been destroyed of the operations or activities of illegal miners. Now, if this is not madness, then I don't know what it is. And we need to set up as a people to nib in the bud this menace once and for all. All right, so we're going to go into the conversations now, look at what actions have been taken, the results they are yielding, and then we'll look at some recommendations or suggestions going forward to deal with the matter. Let me quickly say good morning to the gentleman in the studio. Dr. Palgrave Boakye Dankwa is a member of the New Patriotic Party. He's been generous enough to join us this morning. Dr. Samuel Aye is a presidential staffer. He's also been kind enough to join us this morning. Gentlemen, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Right, doctors, I should say. It's good to have you. It's good to have you. Right. Now, Palgrave, let me start off with you. The president met with civil society organizations last week. That was October 3 on Friday to, if you like, harness strategies to deal with the issue of Galamsey. A number of things were said, but the major call that has been made over the period is a call for a state of emergency. Some have suggested targeted state of emergency in Galamsey areas. I'm not sure about a blanket state of emergency, but the president has said that that decision will be based on the advice of the National Security Council. Indeed, he says there will be no hesitation to declare a state of emergency if it becomes necessary, and same is advised by the National Security Council. Your thoughts on this? Is the president only shifting the responsibility to the National Security Council, or indeed did we miss the window of opportunity to declare this state of emergency?
Nana, a very good morning to you, and a very good morning to my colleague on the panel. I would have wished that you had begun with him because he's coming from the presidency. He knows what's happening and what's cooking in the house. But let me share my thoughts on it. I'm glad to see that the president is really shifting his position on his reluctance. Because you recall that earlier on in the year, he had stated that he was reluctant to declare a state of emergency and that was going to be a last resort. And I had been on your platform to state that the president was unwilling, was nonchalant, but to meet with the CSOs, and I have stated that I would have wished that he had met with very key people beyond the CSOs, because the CSOs had always had a position on illegal mining and what they felt that the government.
People,
and
who are these key
I'll
people?
explain that. I mean, everybody that has been involved in politics and has stored around the length and breadth of this country is aware that as at a few minutes to 8 o'clock, where people who are involved in irresponsible mining are already in the pits. As we speak on television now, people are in the pits, they are digging, and they are looking for gold, and they are continually degrading and destroying our water bodies and continually destroying our lands. And so my thought of initial stakeholder engagements would have been with the custodians of the land, which is the chiefs, and also deal with the people that live in the communities where irresponsible mining is ongoing. I would have felt that that would have been the immediate measure. I mean, civil society organizations is good, but they are there for advocacy, they are there for policy implementation. And their stance on illegal mining has been very, very clear on it. Right. But it's helpful to see that the president now is relaxing his stance on his reluctance to declare state of emergency and stating that he would declare state of emergency on the advice of the national security. But we need to remind the president that he's the commander-in-chief of the Ghana Armed Forces. Of course, clearly all evidence on the table tells us that we don't live in a very safe environment now, and I've been trumpeting that over and over again. I'm not too sure what other advice that the national security can give, bearing the fact that every other advice is clear for everybody to see. And so the president must be able to be bold, make the decisions as it relates to declaring targeted state of emergencies, clamping down on people that are doing irresponsible mining, because all of that has risk. And I think that that will be key for our conversations going forward.
Very well. I'll come back to you on what exactly the state of emergency should look like. But let me say good morning to Elvis Darko. He's the editor of the News Center newspaper, newscenter.com. Elvis, thank you for joining us. Right. Now, Dr. Aye, if the president says he's waiting on the advice of the National Security Council before declaring a state of emergency, enough commitment, would you say?
Of course, more than enough. Let me say good morning to our viewers, good morning to my co-panelists and yourself. Before I get to that, let me make some preliminary comments. I think that we want to first of all thank His Excellency the President for giving the Ghanaian people the opportunity to critique him, to offer suggestions. Of course, at the end of the day, that is the essence of governance. That is the essence of leadership. In fact, one of the founding or fundamental principles of democracy is transparency and accountability. The president took the opportunity to demonstrate to the people of Ghana what he is doing in all the fights, in all the facets of the fight against Galamsey. And I think that we commend the president for that. We commend the organizers of the program. We commend the CSOs, the Cali Bishop Conference, and the other bodies that came to offer a suggestion. All their suggestions have been heard by government. His Excellency the President and his team will put them into good use. After all, the fight against Galamsey is a collective fight. So we thank everyone. But the President's response on the declaration of state of emergency shows that this is a president that is in charge. He has shown dexterity. He has shown that he is not just occupying the office of presidency, but he has shown that he is actually the one in charge. And that it also demonstrates beyond doubt that he is not an arbitrary president.
Right.
He is not capricious. He doesn't act on his own. He has shown beyond doubt that the fight against Galamsey under this present regime is an organized fight. The president does not just get up and go and declare a state of emergency without the advice of strategic state institutions like the national security. And he has made it clear to all of us that if the national security today tells him that he should declare a state of emergency, he would declare a state of emergency. He said that these state institutions have told him point blank that looking at the way we are going, the legislative enhancements we are doing, the operational efficiencies that is going on. I'm talking about NIMOS, I'm talking about how today we have military presence, heavy military presence in 44 Galamsey hotspots in this country. It has never happened. In fact, you recall that in 2022, the military were asked to leave the forest reserves. And so from 2022 to 2024, there was no fight against Galamsey.
Really?
Yes. If there was a fire, why would the military leave the Galamsey site? Why would they live there? But today, we have permanent presence of military in the forest reserves. Of course, you can argue that there are places where the situation has worsened. You can also argue that there are more places and zones where the Water Resources Commission tells us that on the basis of water turbidity alone, not the water quality index and water view, water turbidity alone,
there's been some improvement.
There's been significant. If you like, I can read all the data to you from the Water Resources Commission.
Right.
Look at the number of arrests that we have done. In only 9 months, over 1,600 people have been arrested. And Attorney General said that they are currently, some of them are currently facing prosecution. Unlike,
is it not the same thing that is being?
No, it's not the same.
You're sure?
Have you heard that there's permanent military presence?
How different is the activities of the NIMOS from the Operation Hall?
I'm saying that.
Operation Calm Life.
No. I'm saying that all you need is a government that is committed. Commitment, and the like. I didn't see this level of commitment in the previous regime. In fact, one of their own, Professor Frimpong Boateng, told us that even when they had asked him to prepare a report from the Interministerial Committee of Illegal Mining, he sent the document to the president. It took 2 years before the president saw it and referred it for further implementation. That is this a sign of a government that wants to fight galamsey?
A government that places a ban on small-scale mining.
What did the report say? The report said that even when there was a ban on small-scale mining, they were giving concessions from Forensic Commission to people. And it is a fact you cannot discount. Even all the people that were mentioned and evidence given, people that went to police station to write statements, that their bank accounts were used for payment of monies for excavators to be given out to illegal miners. The government, the Attorney General came out to say that there is no evidence. How can this police statement not be a sign of evidence? So the point I'm making is that there is real commitment under this regime. What have we done so far? The people of Ghana complain about LI 2462. Is that not it? The law that grants the president a permission to give people license in forest reserve. What have we done today? Government is in a process of letting the Attorney General repeal the law. Is that not so? It is a fact you cannot discount. It is a fact you cannot discount.
And ULI has been formulated to repeal the 2462.
To repeal it completely. Do you know that, like the Attorney General said not long ago, that campaigns of galamsey, just like we made mention of, that we will prosecute campaigns. Today, a prosecution is starting. One of them is supposed to appear in court. We have seen more than enough commitment for the president, his own party people, who have been alleged to engage in galamsey. He has referred them to Yoko. If a man plucks feathers from a tortoise, what will he do when he lays hands on a fowl? His own party people. He is investigating them. He is making sure that he scrutinizes them, punishes them. That is if the allegations are true. What will he do when he lays hands on ordinary people?
Right.
We have seen the works that the Blue Water Guards and NIMOS are doing on a daily basis. Haven't we seen them burn chamfines all the time? We have even had the opportunity to even distribute water pumps that have been used for illegal mining to farmers, confiscated and distributed them. Have we not seen the geo-tracking and geo-fencing we are doing with excavators? Do you know that before we came, the law was that before you even import an excavator into this country, you needed to get permission from the Transport Ministry. That was not the case. Since we came, we have made sure that that is the case now. We have impounded, a second, give me just a minute. We have impounded over 3,000 excavators that owners are not able to demonstrate what they are coming to use it for in this country. To a point that we don't even have space at the port. We have moved them to Shire Hills under the supervision of the military. So we are doing a lot. Have we not launched the Responsible Cooperative Mining and Skill Development Program? If you say that the people should stop illegal mining, they should get out of our forest reserves. They should get out of our water bodies.
What's the alternative?
What is the alternative? Have we not seen the 6 pillars of the responsible cooperative mining that we are saying today? Do you know that Anglo Gold, Newmont, Heath Gold, they are partnering the responsible cooperative mining skill development program so that some of their concessions that do not have the necessary commercial value are given to these small scale miners under their supervision and their technology so that we can move them from the river bodies that they are destroying, from the forest reserves that they are destroying, to where legitimately they can do mining with the support of the community.
Right.
And so we are doing a whole lot. The fight, the galamsey has been happening for so many years. Despite improvement we are seeing in some places, you know that it is still there. We can only win when there is a consistent, relentless fight against. And I believe that in the last 9 months, the government of President John Dramani Mahama has done its best, and we believe that, just like he said, the national security has advised him that with the way we are going, we are going to win. We have seen 9 months dismantling Galamsey cabals like Aberwani crime, what have you. Did that happen in the previous regime? Even if it happened, what was the result? We saw that the excavator that we received were given to people. So the point is that the president is in charge. We know our benchmarks. We know where we are going. And we believe that with the way and manner we are moving, the government of President John Dramani Mahama is going to win the fight. And I understand the skepticism that a lot of people are demonstrating. That is what has called for people saying that we should declare state of emergency, because in the years past, in some times past, a lot of rhetorics were given. The president said he put the presidency on the line for and what have you. And so people do not believe in the government's fight against Galamsey because of some rhetorics. But these measures put in place by this government are legitimate, they are substantive, and we believe that we are going to win.
Very well, Doc. Thank you. Let me hear from Elvis on your thoughts. What the president says he's waiting for, or he will declare a state of emergency if the National Security Council deems it so. As the Commander-in-Chief of the Ghana Armed Forces, you think he does not have any influence over this decision? If he is minded as a Ghanaian, all the concerns we have raised, does he need to wait for a National Security Council advice on this matter?
The fact that the IGP's anti-Galamsey task force has been disbanded should tell you that there's no commitment to do whatever you're talking about.
Do you think so?
But if the whole IGP's team to fight the thing is disbanded by the president, what is the commitment there?
But it's an existing operation. The 9 months is working.
And what's the result? What are we seeing around? Have you seen the video where railway lines have been dug up?
In Suta.
You saw it. And somebody is telling you that we are winning the fight against Ghana. You want to believe it? The reality on the ground is that the thing is getting worse by the day. So the evidence is from the grounds. It's not what people say. The evidence is clear that the thing is getting worse by the day. And there's nothing we are doing about it. We are only doing the very things we've been doing since President Mo's time. And that's why it keeps getting worse by the day. Nothing. The only significant evidence is Akufo-Addo banning small-scale mining for almost 2 years. And everybody saw the evidence that the water bodies were returning to normality. And then the pressure mounted. There are almost 4 million people who depend on small-scale mining. People are going hungry, and let them come to work. And we said, oh, people should come to work because they are hungry. And that's where we are, where here we are. That's the most, in fact, if any president had demonstrated that he wants to fight this thing, it's Akufo-Addo. To ban small-scale mining for almost 2 years. Tell me, was President Mahama banned it for any time during his first term?
No.
President Mahama, was there any ban?
But we're told that even during that ban by Akufo-Addo,
we saw the water bodies getting clearer. That I'm telling you, I've told you that the two things we can only use to determine this fight, whether we are winning or not. The water bodies and the destruction of the forest around us. As long as the water bodies are this, and you are telling me that we are doing what? During that period, we knew that Galamsey was still going on, but not to a certain scale where the water bodies were brown. Which everybody had testified that the water bodies were returning to normality. It became worse the moment that ban was lifted and then small-scale mining were allowed to go back. And that was where the thing has gone to where it is today. And there's no way we are going to get any result if there is no ban on small-scale mining. If there's no ban on small-scale mining, no amount of task force, okay, is going to be able to do anything. Do you know the length of River Offin or Pra? How many soldiers do we have in Ghana? Can you position soldiers along the river, which stretches all the way to almost Côte d'Ivoire? And Cobra goes all the way to Côte d'Ivoire. Are you going to station soldiers along the Ankobra all the way to Côte d'Ivoire to stop Premier? How many soldiers do you have? So let's understand that this thing, we are only pretending that we are fighting, but the reality facing us is that we are not winning the fight. We are actually not fighting anything. And I've told you, you can declare state of emergency. It's not a matter. It's either you are committed to the fight. A declaration of state of emergency in itself is not an answer. And I've always told you, we saw police people running away from people being beaten at a polling station in a small election. What are the police there to do? They were there to protect people. But when people were being beaten, they were running away from the scene. So even if the president declares state of emergency today, and the commitment to drive out the people from the forest is not there because they are party people, there is nothing that will change. The state of emergency will remain on paper, but nothing will change because the party people will still drive away the tax force. Haven't you seen party chairman driving away soldiers from his concession that he is NDC? This is his working for. The soldiers have no right, and the tax force retreated. The videos are on the internet. So if you declare a state of emergency and party chairman will be driving people away and the tax force will run away because they are scared of the politician, what results are you going to get? So you see, we should all be realistic and tell ourselves that we are not winning this fight. The fight, we are not winning. And we must listen to voices of reason. I told you that meeting is just going to be drinking tea and nothing will change. Over the weekend, I had an opportunity to speak to somebody who has been in the mining sector for over 40 years.
Right.
His position is that there's no way a country can regulate small-scale mining. Because the numbers of people who are into small-scale, you can never employ regulators, monitors for an institution that will monitor all of them across board. It's impossible. And therefore, his position is that small-scale mining should be banned completely. Ban it completely. And lift it to medium-scale mining. If you ban it completely and lift it to medium-scale mining will require all the permits and process that a large-scale mining is supposed to go through. So the few people who can get a license for medium-scale mining will now employ the people who want to go into mining in the communities. By so doing, you can have inspectors that will monitor these large-scale, medium-scale miners about how they go about their operations and ensure that they just operate like the large-scale mining, and then you can really police them, and then they can employ the people in the communities that who wants to go into it as employees. And so he has made the point that state of emergency is needless because it will still not achieve anything. Because if you are saying 4 million people depend on mining, and you are saying that out of the 4 million, maybe 1 million are directly engaged in it. Can you employ 1 million or 500,000 people to be inspectors of those small-scale mining sites? He said it's not possible. He even told me that at the beginning that they wanted to legalize small-scale mining, the head of the Inspector Division at the Minerals Commission at the time told the then President Jerry Rawlings that Ghana should not attempt it. And if we legalize small-scale mining, that is the end of us. But his advice was not taken at the time. The president of the time, according to him, the president of the time was even not happy with that advice, and we went ahead and legalized. So people have been in this business. They know and have ideas. They think if the government will listen to them, will help. But the point is, the small-scale miners have large numbers.
True.
If you attempt that, you want to go, but you are afraid that they will vote against you in the next election. And therefore, politicians are scared. It's because of the vote. So they are scared. Not to say you are banning small-scale mining completely and that nobody can do small-scale mining in Ghana. And that it's only from medium scale to large scale that you permit. And for that reason, only those who can afford to do medium-scale mining should be licensed, and then they should employ any other person who wants to do some mining. That is his position. And I have told you that, I have said it, that what we are talking about is a very big problem. If 8 months, small-scale gold, gold board has purchased and sold is $6 billion. You are fighting a $6 billion industry. Not all the gold they mine is what gold board has been able to purchase. So they smuggle a lot out. But if the one that gold board has even been able to buy,
it's 6 billion.
It's 6 billion. You should know the magnitude of the thing. And the man says, look, you say small-scale mining. Mining is mining. So what a large-scale miner is supposed to do? Go through all permits, go through all environmental and whatever. It's the same thing a small-scale miner is supposed to do. But that small-scale miner, how does it have the capacity to be able to do all the things that a medium-scale or large-scale miner is supposed to go through? Securing permits alone will take almost a year from EPA and all other places.
Right.
All the processes you have to establish, like the way we monitor Go First, Newmont, and the rest about everything they do, every small thing they do. Somebody has to make sure that. He said that's the same procedure that should apply to every single small-scale miner. Where are we going to get other inspectors to be able to be that you have 1 acre of place you are doing small-scale mining, and somebody is there to make sure that you have all the necessary permits, how you have to make sure water flows, and all these things you have to follow. He said it is not possible. So the only solution we have is that, to him, just illegalize small-scale mining. Then nobody will say, I've been licensed as a small-scale miner, because it's also true that many of the people who have been licensed as a small-scale mining, what they are doing is contrary to mining regulations. But the mere fact that they hold a license, it's difficult for anybody to say you are arresting them that they are doing illegal, but they say we have a license.
Right.
But the license is just the beginning. The reality is how you do the mining is what matters. But the small-scale miners, how you do the mining is not their business. All they care is that I have the license. So you see, there are people in the system who have been in this industry for years.
Right.
And they know what they believe will solve this problem. We should look for, as I told you, if the president will look for a team of experts and they get a proper advice, review all that we have done so far in terms of the fight, the victory where we made some positive impact, where the negatives, if we let independent researchers go, they can talk to the people about how they think this thing can be tackled. And if we can seek knowledge from abroad, countries that have fought this thing successfully, and we put all together, do a proper peer review, and then come out with a new strategy as to how we can go. So probably maybe at the end of that, they would all agree that banning small-scale mining is the solution, because maybe enough evidence would have presented that it is impossible to regulate the activities of these small-scale miners. And therefore, since it is impossible to regulate them, if you allow them to continue to operate under the guise that you have licensed them, you can never achieve anything in terms of the water bodies or the forest. And therefore, the best thing is that, but maybe that may be the conclusion. Maybe somebody may also bring some nice idea somewhere, but this tea drinking thing, it will not bring anything.
By some of these meetings that will churn out some of these
These
ideas.
are not this one-day meeting. What I'm telling you that I told you that
proposals were made.
Give
I'm
them
sure
a
the
mandate
presidency is
of
taking
about
record
6
of
months.
same.
Let them do a proper review. What did they review? Whatever has been done for the past 15 years. That meeting, that one-day meeting, did you
But
review
for
it?
the meeting, we didn't even know the Attorney General was preparing a new LI to repeal the
That was after we fought them. The CSOs fought them. When they came, but the first thing they did was to say they were not going to repeal the law.
They were going
the
to amend.
president promised that they will repeal the law. When they came, the first thing they sent to Parliament was not a repeal. They said they were going to amend a section of it that takes the power of granting the lease from the president. So they were not actually going to repeal, to ban mining in forest reserve. That's not what they were going to do.
They were changing the authority that grants the license.
Exactly. And then the public fought back. The CSOs fought back. That is what has forced them. Why wouldn't they admit this? Because you promised that you are going to revoke. Revoke means that you are going to ban in all forests. But when it came to power, that's not what they did. The first amendment they sent to Parliament was just to take the power of the president of granting. They did not ban mining in. It took public anger, said, no, that's not what you promised.
Right.
And that's not what to solve the fight. Before they made a U-turn, now to say, let's repeal the whole law. They were making all kinds of arguments. People have been given legal license in this forest reserve. If you repeal the entire law, it means that you are banning the activities. The state will face legal suits in terms of losses, and then there will be people who may be the state may be paying judgment and all. They came up with all arguments why they think that the thing cannot be banned. They came up with all kinds of arguments. It took public pressure. Before now, they have decided that they are going to repeal the whole thing. So see, if we will let the truth speak, we can fight this thing. But this thing that we are doing, and I said, if we take lessons from what Akufo-Addo did, by banning it almost 2 years, water bodies were returned, and then the moment the ban was lifted, the thing got worse than what at the time that he even imposed the ban. It should tell you that any attempt to say we are fighting with security and all these things will yield little or no result. And until we take that drastic decision, if all of us believe that this is a threat to the whole of Ghana, everybody's life is in danger, and that at the end of the day, we are in problem. We face existential threat, and therefore let's take the decision, no matter how painful it will be, it will be in our interest. That we do. But this promise and all those things, it's the president telling us that national security has not identified that Galamsey is a threat to all of us. And if Galamsey is a threat to all of us, is it not a grounds to declare a state of emergency if it's needed? What advice will you need from national security again about the dangerous impact of Galamsey to be able to declare it as a state of emergency? And remember, Occupy Ghana and others were not even saying that declare state of emergency the whole Ghana. They said in the mining areas where Galamsey is going on. So they were specific as to where this thing should be done. 3 years ago, Occupy Ghana gave the same advice. Akufo-Addo didn't implement it. So that one is on record.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing that the society is repeating, that make sure that you do this. And now you are giving us excuse of national. Who said national security doesn't know that it's a threat to all of us? National security have a human something department. They even go and dig boreholes for people if there's no water in the community, because they see water as a security issue. And we are looking at a development that will destroy our entire water bodies in the country. And you are telling me that national security doesn't see it as what? A threat for them to give you a report, and you are waiting for them to come and tell you. It's already a national security threat. And we don't really need to be giving this kind of excuses.
All right,
the president should be giving us the kind of assurances that will give us that confidence. If the president, as I said, if the president says for the next 3 months, nobody is going to chase any Galamsey out, okay? I've withdrawn everybody. Independent group of people should go and talk to the people as to what they think the situation and what they think can be done about it. I have the team that is reviewing all the past fights, okay, to know where we did something right, where we didn't do something right. I have a team that is engaging countries that have fought this thing successfully, and they are getting the necessary advice from these people. We even bring some of their experts in. They will fly around, travel to community, and see what it is. And then we bring a master report as to really what we think the situation is, where we failed, where we made some impact, the lessons we can learn from other countries. This is what the people who are into the thing are saying that we should do if we want to be able to end this thing. And we put all together, and then we come up with a new strategy to be able to deal with this. For me, this approach that we are going back and forth, in the next 2 years, we will be talking about this. Meanwhile, as we are all talking, the water bodies are being destroyed more. And more people are drinking poisons, and we are all eating poisons. Maybe it will get to a point where half of Ghana all have kidney diseases. Then that is
hopefully we don't get there.
That is where
hopefully we don't get there.
emergency.
Hopefully we don't get there. A few messages coming in. This one says, "Good morning. I am Aben from Kwabenya. Everything shows President JDM is ever ready to fight the illegal miners ruthlessly because he has a legacy to leave behind. I am happy the security men will be deployed at the water bodies and forest reserves." Regards to Honorable Courage Makafu Inunekpeku, the Honorable Akwesi Mensah of PSC Tema Shipyard, and Honorable Kasiel Ato Forsen. This one says, "Good morning, Anna. This is Abdul Ganiyu Mankarigu from Savannah region. Employ the very measures that will stop Galamsey. What happened to the deployment of AI as President Mahama promised? Mr. President, we all know that this is just for the cameras. You told us in opposition that you knew all the big guys behind Galamsey. Why are you singing a different tune now?" Haj Ahmed from Nima says, "What is the big deal for the government not declaring a state of emergency? Some members of this government asked the previous government to declare same when they were in opposition. So what has changed today?" Swala from La Paz, "President Mahama declare a state of emergency now. The fight on anti-Galamsey is fading by the day. The center cannot hold, so things are falling apart. This wasn't the promise made to Ghanaians." Dr. Palgrave, final take on this matter. And then,
I agree with Elvis on a lot of things that he has said. There are about 8 thematic areas for national security, and I'd like to quickly go through that. The first is sovereignty and independence of the country. The second is coordinating and communication. The third is crisis management. The fourth is economic and environmental security. The fifth is protection of infrastructure and people. The sixth is intelligence gathering and analysis. The seventh is policy formation. And then the 8th is threat assessment. So are we trying to say in all of this conversation that John Dramani Mahama is not aware of all of these issues? And are we trying to say that the National Security Coordinator, the advisor to national security, the president's advisor on national security and all of those, are we trying to say that they are not looking at all of these 8 thematic areas?
Having assessed the threats, perhaps we are not at the level where we need to
I
be
can't get
present on
contumely to eat. That's how bad it is. Just in Accra, I can't get contumely to eat. Cassava and cocoyam, I can't get it to eat. So that's how bad it is. This is the biggest threat that can face the humanity of the Ghanaian people. And I'm wondering why Mahama does not want to clamp it down. What policy formations are they putting together? What intelligence are they gathering? So are they trying to say that they are not gathering a lot of intelligence around? They are not seeing people are entering into the pit on a regular basis. They are not seeing that young people under the age of 40 are dying out of kidney and cancer. Galamsey has become so cancerous. They need to be able to nip it in the bud. They are not seeing that we as a people, in terms of our protection of the people, environmental ecology, the crisis management, they are not seeing the threats of it. These are the thematic areas of national security. And so I'm really concerned. President John Dramani Mahama cannot be playing pilolo with us. We are not a pilolo country. The honeymoon is over. It's long overdue. And you see, if we cannot get the basic things that we need, I am concerned, even we in urban Ghana cannot get the basic things that we need. How about the people in rural Ghana? So this is clearly a national security threat. The president is aware of it. The national security might have briefed him. The next moment, he will shift it again from national security and say that he's waiting on advice from the Ghana Armed Forces. Is that what we're waiting for? I think that the president should be bold enough.
Very well. Dr. Ayer, 1 minute to respond to you.
There are a lot of factual inaccuracies that have been said on it, but I believe that I wish you give me a little more time.
Right.
My brother Elvis said that no country in this world has been successful with small-scale mining. That is a factual lie. It's an intellectual lie.
You have clear examples.
Of course. Look, one of the pioneering countries of small-scale mining is Australia. Go to Australia. Go and check whether small-scale mining has not been successful there. I have. You said it. That is what you said. You
I
said
didn't
it.
say that.
You said it.
You are saying you are telling a lie and say I said it.
Please, you are shouting. Why are you shouting?
You are lying to
If you like,
against
you are
me.
shouting.
Calm down.
No,
You
don't
are
lie
shouting.
against
When
me.
you were
I'm
talking,
sitting
I
here.
kept quiet.
I didn't say anything.
When you were talking, I kept quiet.
If I said there's no success, why would I say the president we should learn from countries that have succeeded in the fight? When did I say that there was no country that was
If you like, let us go back.
Let them
You
play
said that somebody told you that no country can monitor small-scale mining. That is what you said on Let's
I didn't say that.
You said it.
I said
You said
the
it.
man.
You
Look,
heard you.
you said
Hold on.
Please,
I
hold
said
on.
the man said
Right,
we should ban
let's
small scale mining because it is impossible to monitor the
Very well.
operations of thousands of small scale
Very well.
miners. I didn't say any all countries.
Very well.
I'm talking
Very well. Dr. Ayer, let's move on.
in reference to Ghana.
And so I'm
not
saying
well.
that it's not
Don't
sure.
come to me that. Don't
Some
say what I didn't
countries,
say.
some
That's fine,
countries.
I said an expert said in Ghana. This is the situation.
Very well,
My
Elvis.
brother, you are not able to regulate this program.
Thank you.
You are
No,
not
but
able to
tell me
regulate
that I didn't
this
say that.
Right,
Why
so
are you letting me say that I said
you've
that?
made the point.
You
You've
sat there
corrected
and
that.
didn't say that.
You've corrected that. Dr. Ayer, let's
Please,
move on.
I was also here. If you like,
Let's
go
move
back
on.
and listen.
Let's move on. Let's move
Maybe
on.
he forgot himself.
Let's
I
move on.
didn't say
That's
that.
why I wrote it.
I didn't
Let's
say
move
the
on.
word.
So it's true. Some countries have done it.
Very
Australia
well.
has done it. Canada has done it. And Ghana will be. They are difficult, no problem. Number two, he said that the only commitment that we have seen in the Galamsey fight was under Kufuor because he banned small-scale mining. Hey, were we all in this country? Did we read the 36-page Professor Frimpong Boateng report that said that the MPP neglected the fight against Galamsey? You see, I don't want to go into politics. Even when the Minerals Commission and Lands Ministry had fingered Chairman to me in the activities of Galamsey, did President Kufuor not come and claim him without any investigation? Is that the mark of a president that wants to fight it? So I don't want to go there. Number three, he says that the government is not interested in the fight because IGP's task force has been banned. Don't we know that the task force has been consolidated with NIMOS? If you are fighting against Galamsey, do you need to get disjointed fronts? Government has presented a joint force, which is NIMOS, which is incorporation of military, the IGP's task force, immigration, prisons, national security, and what have you. And so it is a lie if somebody says that because we have disbanded the IGP's task force, it means that there's no fight against Galamsey. Right. And he finally said that, the presentation that happened at Jubilee House, we did not review what had happened in the previous years. Did we watch the last minister's presentation? The man actually told us that even from 20 2009 to 2016, 1,482 licenses were given. Between 2017 and 2025, 2,209 licenses were given. He went ahead to tell us that over the years, 44 out of 288 forest reserves have been invaded by Galamsey. Is that not a review of what has happened over the year? So you see, we must be candid and honest when we are giving commentaries on this matter. A lot of this information is what has thwarted our fight in this country. Don't we know that in only 8 months, 9 forest reserves that were in
red zones
were in the domain of illegal miners? Have we not taken them back? Of course, you can argue that even when we take them back, some of them still go inside a mine. But until we have been able to completely exterminate them, we will still have a problem. It must be on record that in only 9 months, that is one of the significant successes we have chalked as a country. Do you know what it takes to take one forest reserve from illegal miners? So you see, I understand people are skeptical, rhetorics. They don't believe in what politicians say. But I can tell you on this platform that President Mohammed's fight against illegal mining is a genuine fight.
You are confident of saying?
Very confident. And everybody in this country knows, except that people want to find classmates in making sure that Galamsey Festival, they want to draw parallels between what has happened in previous years and what is happening now. Palgrave also says that what is the policy proposals in place that this government is putting in place. Palgrave, are you in this country? My brother, Dr. Palgrave, are you in this country? You are telling me that no policy has been put in place against Galamsey in this country. Have we not done NIMOS? Is that not a policy? Have we not revoked 58 mining licenses that were given? Is that not an administrative policy? Why did we revoke it? Don't we see that over 906 licenses that were given erroneously are currently standing a review, and majority of them will be revoked? Is that not an administrative policy? Have we not made sure that today all earth-moving equipments in this country that come in are tracked through geo-tracking and geofencing? Is that not a policy? Should I go on and on and on to tell you that today we have permanent military presence in 44 forest reserves, 44 hotspots in this country? Is that not a policy? And so, if you want to equalize, if you want to poison the masses and the populace with disinformation, we agree because you want to equalize. But the people watching us this morning know. They know. Why? Your own friend, Yatiti, has he not gone to several lengths of the Ankobra River to heaven? The Ankobra River is about 190 kilometers. They are part of it that are currently clearing. They are part that are currently worsening. The point I'm making is that until we have been able to wage a relentless, consistent war against Galamsey, there will always be difficulties. All we need is honesty and truth. The level of disinformation from people who claim to be independent is terrible, and we must not encourage a thing like that. The disinformation is too much. We saw in this country where even when the military were moving excavators from the port to Shire Hills, people were saying that they are giving it back to illegal miners. How can you fight Galamsey with this level of information? This level of disinformation, sorry. So you see, fundamentally, everybody can be skeptical, no problem, because of what has happened. But the point is that President Mahama is committed. We are focused. We believe that all the policy implementations and the commitment, the most important thing, commitment that the president and his lands minister have shown and the other stakeholders have shown, we will win the fight. And the stakeholder meeting that happened at the Jubilee House on Friday was a fruitful one. The Kale bishops acknowledge that they can see some commitment and some improvement that is being harnessed because of the fight President John Dramani Mahama and his government has put in place. That must be put on record.
Elvis, the NDC or the government insist that they've put policies in place, but for you, the evidence of a successful fight is in the state of the water.
But what do you see around? What you are showing on the screen, is it improvement or it is worsening? You can do any form of propaganda, but the people who live there, in their community, the cameras who go to shoot the water, we see it, we are not blind. So you are telling them that what we are seeing, we don't know what we are seeing. Government can decide to engage in all kinds of propaganda. The reality is that you are being exposed by the reality on the ground where water treatment plants are being shut down because Galamsey they have destroyed the source of water into the plants that they can't even function. It is a fact that railway lines have been dug. Gridco says they are lines. Last week, Gridco said they are lines. People are doing Galamsey and that they are pylons. They are lines. The evidence is everywhere. But you want us to believe that you saying that we are fighting is what we should trust. When the evidence contradicts what we are saying. Didn't the president himself say that he had disbanded the IGP's task force? Am I the one who said it? Wasn't it the president who said it at the media press? So
but he's telling us now that it's been consolidated. That's what Formula 9 was.
The president he had disbanded it. That's what he told us. That's what we know from the president. He said he has disbanded the IGP's team. I'm not the one who is saying it that the government has disbanded. The president himself who told the people of Ghana. So you can repeat what the president says. What is the information about that? We must face the truth. And the truth is that the state of the water bodies is evidence that nothing significant is happening in the Galamsey fight. It is just a repetition of the same thing, and we are getting the same result. Let nobody sit anywhere and deceive anybody that Galamsey fight is gaining any grounds. It is not gaining any grounds. Arrest of excavators. Thousands of excavators were arrested by the previous government. Just as they are also doing. Water pumping machines and champagnes have been arrested. Excavators have been banned by the previous government. That's what they are also doing. What is the difference between the fight here and the fight that we are talking about? The same strategy, the same things they do. It's the same thing this one is also doing. We saw that excavator being bent by the previous administration when they were fighting. Is it not true? Didn't we see champagnes and the rest being destroyed? Is it not the same thing that is happening now? But what is the state of the water bodies? They remain just as they were by the previous administration. Because it is the same strategy you are doing, so you can't get any meaningful results out of it. So let nobody sit here and deceive us that something new is being done. If something new is being done in 8 months, something new, significant is being done in 8 months, it will reflect in the state of the water bodies. The people in the community will tell them, oh, something is happening. But they keep telling us, everybody, that the thing is getting worse. More forests are being destroyed. So what is this impression being created that government is achieving some results? Is it when the government spokespersons, the government people begin to make that kind of narrative, it's evidence that the government is not willing to fight. Because the government is willing to fight, it should accept the reality on the ground and say, yes, we are putting some effort, but with the reality on the ground, we are not achieving much with what we are doing because the state of water bodies and the state of water continues. Then you are telling me something that will say that, okay, you are admitting that you are not getting enough resources and therefore you want to do something new. But if this state is what you are telling me to accept, that is improvement, then there's no need for me to even listen to you.
Is it not possible that what is being implemented now will take some more time to reflect in the state of the water?
So accept that you have, in the first 8 months you have not achieved anything, and that you are hoping that you do some new things that probably in the future.
But what has been done in the 8 months will bear fruits later.
For 8 months, and the thing is getting worse, and rail lines are being dug up. And you are telling me that it's a sign that there will be improvement. Task force has been in force, working for 8 months, and we are seeing things that will shock you. And you are saying that simply because the task force is on the field. I have told you that there can be a task force on the field. There can be declarations on paper. If it does not translate into results, the effort is zero.
Right.
Do you understand it? You can put in any effort. But if the end result remains the same or worsens, then the effort you are putting is nothing to write home about. That is the bottom line. Then just as we all said the previous government effort did not yield the necessary result, the same way this effort has not yielded the necessary result. So don't come and be bamboozling us with this has been done, this has been done. That's not what Ghanaians are interested in. Ghanaians are interested in seeing an improvement. And as so long as we cannot see the improvement, whatever effort you are putting in there is zero, because it's not yielding the expected result. So there's a difference between I am making an effort, okay, and then I'm getting the results. There are two different things. You can make an effort and the results will be zero. Don't tell me that I should praise you for the effort you are making when the result is zero. I am not interested in the. I'm interested in the effort, just as I'm interested in the result. So the effort should yield the result. But the effort is not yielding the result. I can't praise you for that.
Very well.
So we should stop this narrative that effort.
Very well.
Every effort that has been made in the past 16 years, we are here where we are. So nobody can say that we've made any progress. If the effort and the result, would have seen it.
Very well. Thank you.
My brother, just a minute.
Briefly,
the point
just a
is
quick
made
response.
clear that I sat on this platform and made a very honest opinion that in some places the water bodies have worsened. Did I not say that?
You did.
Is that not an admission that indeed, even though we are putting in effort, there is still difficulty? I made mention that some places have also improved. And I referenced the Ghana Water Resources Commission that when you go to Dadieso like this, in February 2025, the stability was 5,450. In July, it's 372. It's gone down. When you go to Adiembra, in February, it was 5,740. Today, we are doing about 2,205. Dabuase, it was 4,800. In July, we are doing about 2,820. Of course, in some places, it's better.
It's worsened.
In some places, it's worsened.
Exactly.
And again, they claim that because a water treatment plant has shut down, it means that in the last Konyako is been worsened. It is a combination of what has happened over several years.
Right.
It's like saying that a doctor is treating a patient who has a terminal illness, whose survival rate is low already. Now this doctor has been transferred. A new doctor has come. The patient dies, and now we are blaming the new doctor who has come. See, there is no substantive judgment you can pass from that. Number two, they say that now railway lines have been dug. There's no even evidence that that railway line was dug in the last 8 years. You cannot use that as a metric to say that Galamsey fight has worsened. Do you know whether it was dug a year ago, and now media people have now found it? So you see,
no, but the video shows people actually there digging the thing.
It means that they have been digging for a very long time. You understand the point? So I'm saying that we agree. Citizens can criticize. In fact, the president says that more criticism should do what? Should come.
Right.
We agree that what we are fighting is not small. It is a hefty fight that we have decided to do.
Indeed.
All we need is focus, progression, amnesty. The president would have just sat in his office, not even convene any meeting and do whatever he wants to do. But this is the president that called everyone, including journalists, CSOs, Catholic Bishop Conference, and what have you, to come for us to meet, to tell you what he is doing and what he thinks that your support and your suggestions will go a long way to achieve.
Can he call the chiefs, the custodians of the land?
He said that, the president even said that this is the first of many engagements that he will do. In fact, you know that the Ghana Medical Association was not even there. TUC was not there. Nurses and midwifery council were not there. These are health workers who see and who experience the deleterious
So it's possible to engage the worker unions.
There will be series of engagement that will be had.
Right.
So this is a picture of a government that is willing to concede and accept that we are doing well or we are not doing well.
Very well done.
That communication must be put in clear terms.
Very
This
well.
and I believe that I have done that.
Very well. That's why you're here, actually.
With the support.
Just briefly, just to state that, you see, to underplay the Kwenyakun water, okay, is clear injustice. Kwenyakun water plant supplies more water to Ghanaians than this other one that he's talking about. And so we really need to be sure. You see, Dadieso.
No, there he's talking about the improvement in the productivity.
Of course. But yes, but you see, the Kwenyakun water plant, it serves more Ghanaian people. It's been shut down.
The central region is in crisis,
And
actually.
these are citizens of Ghana. Central region people are also citizens of Ghana.
Very well.
We need
Very
to
well.
make sure that we take care of everybody. I said we can't get contomere to buy.
True.
We can't eat cassava. We can't get cocoyam. Even in urban Ghana, we are struggling.
Right.
We want to eat contomere. We want to eat cocoyam. We want to eat cassava.
Very well.
We want to go to Central region. Look, the schools in Central region. Adisado College, St. Augustine's, Holy Child, Wesley Girls, APAM.
Our education hub.
It's a strong education hub. Where would they get water from? So we are in serious crisis. You understand?
We do.
The University UCC is there. The Polytechnic is there. A lot of institutions.
My brother,
we are struggling.
have I disputed on this platform?
No, you have not. He's only buttressing same.
Yes.
Right.
And so we are all interested.
Very well.
When
Very
I used to
well.
practice,
and that's why the commitment is very important.
When I used to practice,
your cousin or child is in school in that place.
Exactly.
And
So we all bear the brunt. We all bear the brunt.
And that is why we are fighting. And
Very
I
well.
believe that
Let me take a break
we will
here.
win the fight.
Let me take a break here. I'll come back and read some
problem.
of your messages and then we'll make progress on the show. This is Breakfast Daily. Stay with us.
Kwame and his uncle are almost here.
Wait a minute. This one too, your friend Kwame.
Wait, Kwame. As in the same Kwame again?
Yes, mommy.
The second coming. Into all this tension just to reintroduce that broke boy from Kaswa.
Why would you deceive the family like this again? Now I understand the whole delay. Troll from Kaswa. Why wouldn't he be late? Or be late?
Of course.
Star 712 hash, star 712 hash. You go be the luckiest. Copy from Georgia be luckiest. From not the pure cause she be luckiest. Me and you go be lucky, luckiest. No matter why you're lucky. Everybody go be the luckiest.
God Kwame!
Send your God the apple boom. If you put it toy, so would the coming of the Son of Man be. Is that his car?
Dial star 712 hash. Choose your ticket. Enter your lucky number. Follow the prompts and let destiny handle the rest.
This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform.
How may I help you today?
We'd like to open a bank account.
Sign here, sign here, sign here, and here. And now you draw direction to your house. I need your thumbprint. And I'll need your birth certificate too. No, I need the original.
A lot has changed since you bank like this. So have we. We've made it easier than ever to open an account online and bank on the go through our mobile app, online banking, and more. EcoBank, a better way to bank your way.
Sign here, and here.
EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
This is a people's game. They will be bubbling about this one for weeks and months to come. Let's go!
It's on SuperSport all season long. Pay your subscription today. Dial star 759 hash. Available on DSTV and GoTV.
Kwame and his uncle are almost here.
Wait a minute. This one too, your friend Kwame.
Wait, Kwame. As in the same Kwame again?
Yes, mommy.
The second coming. Into all this tension just to reintroduce that broke boy from Kaswa.
Why would you deceive the family like this again? Now I understand the whole delay. Troll from Kaswa. Why wouldn't he be late? Or be late?
Of course.
Star 712 hash, star 712 hash. You go be the luckiest. Copy from Georgia be luckiest. From not the pure cause she be luckiest. Me and you go be luckiest. No matter why you're lucky. Everybody go be the luckiest.
God Kwame!
Send your God the apple boom. If you put it toy, so would the coming of the Son of Man be.
Hey! Is that his car?
Dial star 712 hash. Choose your ticket. Enter your lucky number. Follow the prompts and let destiny handle the rest.
This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform.
Welcome back. Thank you for staying with us. This is the news review segment on Breakfast Daily, live on Channel 1 TV. A few of your messages. The government is pretending to be fighting Galamsey, and the Galamsey is also pretending to be helping us. This is Aminu from Nsanwam.
Galamsey is not pretending. He's showing us that we are not fighting because the WhatsApp body.
It is showing us shaking.
We are not doing it.
Good morning. Ghana is at war, and if our commander-in-chief of the Ghana Armed Forces is only giving us lip service, then we are doomed. The politicians should know that when the negative effects of Galamsey start hitting Ghanaians hard, there will be no peace for them to enjoy their loot. I am not a prophet of doom, but the biggest threat to the Fourth Republic is Galamsey. That's George from Kaswa. Hey, Bisilki Daniel from CB, this your message is too long. I beg you, let's keep it short. Master Planner says the fight against Galamsey shouldn't be politicized. The Attorney General only gave us updates on Chairman Ntumi's case. How about Joseph Yamin and Abanga? It is clear that President Mahama is not committed to fight this menace. Until these NDC members are also called and detained for investigations, no one will take them serious. This is not the first time a government has organized a Galamsey forum. Ghanaians are watching closely. On the Galamsey issue, I want to ask, when will the shoot to kill order be? Charlie, this shoot to kill order, I beg you. How many people can you kill? Let's be careful with some of the things we say. Kweku, that's your message coming in. Let's move to the matter of sanitation. National Sanitation Day was held on Saturday, marked nationwide to ensure cleaner cities and a cleaner Ghana. Doc, from the Jubilee House, I'm sure there's been an assessment of the day. Progress?
Of course, there's always progress in as and when as and when steps are taken on every matter. I believe that it must not be a 9-day wonder. It must not be something that we'll do and forget about it. It must be ingrained in our culture and in our living as a people. There are a lot of people who have died from cholera and sanitation-related issues. Indeed, when you go to our OPD services, a lot of people come with all manner of infections and what have you from some of these things, and so they need to ensure that we live in a safe environment, devoid of all these contaminants. That need cannot be overemphasized, and so for me, it's a step in the right direction. I believe that we can continue.
Very well. Yeah. Elvis, this matter of sanitation, change of mindset or policy direction?
You see, this country, we have done something that is setting all of us, and we don't want to talk about it.
Which is this?
Enforcement.
Okay. Because we have the bylaws.
When we were kids, even in my village, when they say tankers, people are coming.
Yeah.
Every house, people are running. When the boiler is in the wrong place, they are carrying it to go and hide somewhere. When the gutter is dirty, people are cleaning. Because at that time, the sanitary inspectors, which we call tankers, when you are caught for any of the offenses, for not keeping your own house clean, you know that you are going to pay some money. For whatever reason, they just vanish out of the system. So there is no punishment for not keeping the environment clean. Humans will not do the right thing until you enforce certain standards. And in a country where we have become a people who do not really enforce standards, it's going to be difficult for us to win the war against cleanliness. Because as long as the person knows that there is no punishment for that offense, or nobody will come after me, the person will do it. And I am of the view that it's about time we look at that again. Because I don't see how we believe that our environment will be clean when, in the first place, our fiscal planning is one of the poorest. Even if vehicles are to go to certain places to go and pick up the refuse, there is not even way. There's no way, because people have built with that, considering the fact that there should be lanes that vehicles can use to pick refuse and other things. And so that one aspect, we are not enforcing anything. People are building anyhow. If you look at new settlements around Accra and Tema, the planning in those new settlements are worse than...
We are developing without planning.
Without planning. So when you develop that planning, you create a slum.
Yeah.
And so long as there is a slum, cleanliness will be an issue. And if you have a slum situation, like you have an unplanned settlement, and there is also no enforcement by sanitary inspectors, then we will spend so much money doing all this cleanup, and the next day, 2 days that you go, and the place looks the same. So I am asking, is it worth it to be spending the money to be doing all this cleanup, or we should rather use the money to recruit sanitary inspectors, okay? And if we think that we can't do it on our own, can we contract it to a private person or company that if you give me the right to employ sanitary inspectors, deploy them, and make sure that Ghana is clean, I will do it. I'll collect the monies, and whatever money I collect as an institution, this percentage go back to government, the rest comes to... So the government will actually not be investing any money. The private person will invest, recruit the people, get the job done,
but this is not the work of the local assemblies.
It is their work. But the point is, they will tell you they don't have enough money to recruit a lot of inspectors, because looking at where they operate, it will require a lot of people to do the inspection work, and that they are not generating enough revenue. Meanwhile, they have forgotten that the situation itself is an avenue to generate revenue.
True.
To monetize indiscipline, to make money, is a huge thing. So they can consider casual workers not permanent. So that if at a point you realize that it's improving and therefore you have to downsize the number of workers, because they are casual workers, you can easily downsize. That, oh, we've done this thing, but improvement is coming, so we don't need all this number of inspectors anymore. So we can reduce. And as we are deploying technology, probably we also have to consider, is it possible we can do some geofencing, geolocation, any type of technology that somebody can sit, for instance, in the office of AMA, and we want to scan Accra Central and see where filth is, or who is dumping filth at the wrong places, and then deploy people to go and arrest them, give them camera evidence. Probably, maybe the technological way may be easier, because probably you don't need a lot of people. You only have to do the upfront investment in technology, and now somebody can sit somewhere, or there's a team that is sitting in a room that is monitoring, especially areas that are like guilty of the situation. You put more focus there, and then through technology, you are able to act. And then people get to know that, hey, somebody is sitting somewhere and watching what I'm doing without me even. So now I have to be careful. I think that we need to think this through, because Charlie, truth of the matter is that if you go around Accra, sometimes you'll be shocked, especially when it is a weekend. As a weekend, it's like sanitation workers don't work. If you go to Accra Central to do the rest, you see refuse in piles.
People actually come and dump.
They will only be cleared on Monday morning, but from Saturday, Sunday, people will just be dumping and dumping and dumping. And I think that we need to, because as Joker said, we all know that a lot of diseases that is killing a lot of people in this country are as a result of insanitary conditions.
Yeah.
It's as a result of insanitary conditions, and largely in the cities. Because interestingly, if you go to most rural areas, they have a designated place for their refuse, and everybody senses there. So you go to a lot of rural communities, they are cleaner than the cities. So I think that either we get more inspectors, each assembly improve on inspectorate, or we find a technology that can help, and then we find the upfront investment and use it to get it, because it's so serious when you walk around town.
Look, I kind of agree with what Elvis is saying, but my only problem is that the MCs, right, they drive past some of these heaps of refuse to the office. If they begin to set examples of people engaged in this, i.e. the refuse is in front of your building or is within a space where there are about 3 shops. If the owners of these 3 shops are picked up and examples are made out of them, will it not be enough to deter others from engaging in same?
Now we have become a country of too many national events. Why should we have a day to have National Sanitation Day? I mean, you won't have this happen in Singapore.
But it's actually not new. It's happened before.
I mean, yeah, well, let me make my point. You won't have this happening in Singapore. You won't have it happening in Malaysia. You won't have it happening in the US. I mean, our level of indiscipline is too high. On that Saturday, I'll tell you what I did. At 6 p.m., I decided to drive around the capital city. I drove all the way from Oyarifa to Jamestown, back to Waja. And all the cleaning that they had done, it was by the side of the roads. At 6 p.m., I started driving. All of it, from one filling station to another filling station, from one local joint to another local joint. Every gutter that they had dug, the sand that they had brought to the side of the road, by the side of the gutter, all of them were still there. After the time I was doing my inspection. So what are we doing to ourselves? Okay, we live in a country where we must move away from having street hawkers. I get terribly scared when I see the level at which we have entertained street markets. It's so high. And the level of indiscipline where somebody is able to chew something, eat something, and just throws it off their vehicle. You won't have this happening anywhere. And so, yes, National Sanitation Day. Why should we have a National Sanitation Day? If indeed we want to be clean people, the level of illnesses that comes as a result of death and filth, it's amazing. Look at it when it rains. Look at our roads. It's even embarrassing to see the level of things that comes from our gutter when it rains. It tells us of a people, our culture. And so for me, yes, you can mark National Sanitation Day, but I think that, look, we need to be able to ensure that we put in stringent measures to move people from the streets. Look, I meet people by the side of the streets and I talk to them. When I speak to them, people who are selling pure water, and I ask them what they want to do, they tell me that they want to increase their business by getting soft drinks to add. So if you give them 200 Ghana cedis, they'll increase their business and they'll still be on the streets. We need to move people from the streets. For me, that's a major risk for me. You are driving people are wanting to clean your windscreen. You are driving people are wanting to sell to you. But it also bewails on the citizens, because the citizens that patronize these people. If we move street hawkers away from the streets, we would be able to get a cleaner Accra, a cleaner Kumasi, a cleaner Takrady, a cleaner Ho, a cleaner Western region, and all of those, Tamale, North, all of those other places. The level of street hawkers we have in this country is too alarming, and we need to be able to withdraw them. Now, I'd like to state clearly something briefly on our water bodies and the level of diseases that we can get from these water crises that we have. We have cholera, we have typhoid, we have ambiasis, we have hepatitis, we have gastritis, we have gardialis. This is a doctor here. You're an MD, right? Good. All of these things. And it tells you that, Charlie, we are not safe. That's really what it is. We are not safe. Sanitation, we have a problem. Water, we have a problem. Children are complaining because they are going trekking to fetch water. And some people are drowning as a result of that. So we are in serious crisis. Let's clean Ghana. Let's make Ghana clean. Let's make it attractive.
Right. Well,
you need the water also to achieve sanitation.
Absolutely.
In most cases.
That's why we have the wash.
Yeah. And I'm just reading that they say the whole world, only 1% of fresh water is usable to humans. 1%. The rest are the seas, salty. So if we are likely to have fresh water bodies around us in these numbers, we should be one of the luckiest countries in the world. And we are destroying everything at that rate. It's dangerous. We should know that fresh water at a point will become like gold.
True.
If we protect ours, we may make more money from selling fresh water to other countries than we make from gold. True. Because if the whole world, only 1% of fresh water is usable by human beings, just think about it. 7 billion population plus, and it's growing. And only 1% of fresh water in the whole world is what is good for human beings to use. And we in Ghana have so many waters around us. And we think because we have abundance, we can destroy it. It could have become, in fact, our next most important resource that we can make a lot of money from will be if we have fresh water in good state.
Right.
Right. We will be bottling and exporting, not the rich people importing votes and the rest. We would rather be exporting to other countries because we are lucky to have the fresh water in a large quantity in Ghana.
Well.
Let's protect it.
Very well. Let's do some politics now. Palgrave, you are heading for a flag bearership race, and Musa Dankwa is also doing his polls. According to him, rival divisions, broader appeal are two factors that are generally boosting Dr. Bawumia's chances in the Akan block. I don't know if you've seen this or heard him say this, but what are your thoughts on it?
It's not true. We are winning this election. Kennedy Japan is winning this election. There are various polls that have come out. Yes, let me speak. There are various polls that have come out. It's not true. What Musa Dankwa is saying is not true. It is not true. Look.
That Dr. Bawumia does not have this appeal in
it is
Akan
not
block?
true. It is not true. It is not true, please.
How so? You have contrary evidence?
Look, there are a lot of people that are doing surveys, okay? There is the Sanity Africa that are doing surveys, academic polls that came out that was recorded on Joy Online. Some of your networks have also recorded that Kennedy is leading. 51, 52, 53, 57%. There are various percentages that are coming. So what Musa Dankwa is putting out there is not true. It's not a true reflection. Look at the results of the 2024 general election. You can clearly see that the candidates did not pull the results for us. So I'm wondering where this survey is coming from. Look, we are confident. The people that are supporting Kennedy, the grassroots people, Kennedy's campaign team, the people in the local communities, the jobs that we are promising them, the industrialization that we are bringing, the agriculture that we are bringing, the tourism that we are bringing. Look, we are winning this election. We are confident about that, yes.
He's already beaten you once.
Oh, please. He beat us once. Check his data and look at what Kennedy had. Kennedy had 37.4 without any state backing. 1 man, 37.4. 1 man created 7,000 jobs. That guy is almost an institution. Okay? So I'm in confidence. Look, Bawumia cannot win this election. This election is an election for Kennedy to win. We are campaigning. We are doing door to door. We are on the ground. Look, I will not even put my strategies out for them to know. But I'm telling you very confidently that we are winning this election. Look, everybody is calling on Kennedy, from the grassroots to the taxi drivers to academics to people in high profile places. Anytime I wear Kennedy's t-shirt like I'm wearing today, the t-shirt is more popular than I am. I was flying to Kumasi last week. I got to the airport. People immediately approached me. Kennedy, work hard for him. When you people bring him as the flag bearer, we would come and join. And these were people who were talking to me, Ghanaians who live in America, Ghanaians who live in London. They are talking to me on a regular basis. So for me, I'm so confident that this election is an election for Kennedy to win, and Kennedy is winning this election. All other persons that are part of it, they'll come and join our campaign team when we are done. And we are restructuring this political party. Because we need to save the political party. We are salvaging this political party. I'm excited for the future of the New Patriotic Party. I'm excited about the new leadership that is coming. I'm confident in the leadership of Kennedy. I'm encouraged by his courage. I'm encouraged by his fearlessness. I'm encouraged by his vision. I'm encouraged by his fortitude. I'm continually encouraged by his tenacity and capacity to be able to pull the rank and file of the New Patriotic Party together. So leave these polls alone. We are winning this election. The polls are on the ground. Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo said elections are won on the election day. They are won at the polling station, and the best polls you can get is on the day of the election.
Very well. Doc, from where you sit, what do you make of how the NPP is conducting itself?
Oh, for me, unfortunately, in recent times, I've not been able to focus my attention on the election because I know it's a race to nowhere. It's a race to the bottom. The point is that elections are a referendum on the incumbent.
True.
When people are going to vote, they look at what the incumbent is doing. If it's no good, they will look at the opposition.
Right.
If the incumbent is doing well, you can bring Jesus Christ as the opposition. They will not look at him. Where we are today, the question the people of Ghana want to ask is that, are they better off at the NDC or under NPP? I'll answer for you. The answer is that they are better off under the NDC than whoever the NPP will bring. Because they have been in government before. In the last 8 years, they were in government. All the candidates who are contesting, they were a part and parcel of the government. You understand? Brian Champon was, I think, National Security Minister, Deputy National Security before he became
Agric Minister.
Yes. Dr. Bawumia was
Vice President,
head of a current management team, whose leadership ended up disastrously in this country to a point that on 7 February, during his address at UPSC, he ran away from his own leadership and told us that when he advises President Kufuor doesn't listen. He says that economic management team, what they say is not binding on cabinet. He ran away from it. But now he still wants to be president again. Kennedy was board chair of Ghana Gas. We heard a lot of things. I don't want to go there, but the point is that all of them are fruits of the same poison tree, which is MPP. And I don't think that the people of Ghana will wish that any member of their party will be in government again. Today, when we came, what was the price of fuel? It was 72 cedis per gallon. Today, in some places, they are doing 55. Why will any taxi driver go and choose a government that will make sure that fuel will go to 72 when there's a government that has fuel at 55 cedis?
It's rising.
Oh, Masa. Is it higher than 72?
But it's rising.
Is it higher than 72? When it's higher than 72, you know that then what we are doing is well. It's not higher than 72.
Very well.
Where did we meet dollar? Where is it now? Look at the state of our economy. Look at the inflation. We came to meet it at 23 point something. Today we are doing 9.4. International reserves. The CD has appreciated at a point in time, appreciated by 42% to the dollar, appreciated by 30% to the pounds. Where is the dollar right now? Are we not doing about 13 cedis? How did we meet it? This is a government that has been prudent. We have cut the national budget by 10 billion Ghana cedis. For the first time, we read mid-year budget review. We didn't ask for supplementary budget.
Right.
That is a prudent government. You understand the point? Of course, we may have little difficulties. Look at how we've stabilized the Bank of Ghana.
Right.
You understand? There are banks that were making losses. NIB, they've made a profit of about 74 million Ghana cedis in only 6 months. ADB is doing well. Development Bank Ghana doing well. So all the things you need to look at in a government that is doing well, the NDC government has it. Why should they go and look at MPP? And so whoever they bring, it will end up disastrously for them. The people of Ghana are focused.
Very well.
They are happy with NDC, and they want to see NDC thrive and NDC deliver for them.
Very well. Elvis, MPP presidential primaries and these polls that have been coming up, especially from Musa Dankwa. Your take?
I think NDC as a government and their supporters, I think they should all listen to Doc, the advice he gave. That elections are referenda on the government of the day, not on the opposition. So if you're a government and your idea is that the opposition is weak or they are fighting and therefore the people will not vote for them, you are making a big mistake. If the people are disenchanted with you, the government, they don't care about the state of the opposition, they will kick you out.
Yeah.
And I think that this is the mindset I want every government should have and know that you are in charge of the public purse. The people of Ghana don't care a hoot about what is happening to the opposition.
Right.
Their focus is on you, the government of the day, because you are the one that is in charge of the public purse. So it is your output that will determine whether the people want to keep you or vote against you. Because the party have made this mistake all over in this Fourth Republic. A party in government will now be thinking that people should vote against the opposition because the opposition has done A, B, C, D. The voter is not interested in the opposition. It's interested in government because if they have to go to the school, there's no opposition will determine.
They didn't vote for the opposition.
If somebody wants water to be fixed, even if they didn't vote for you, the NPP people who didn't vote for NDC
would demand,
they demand and
NDC
expect the same things that those who voted for NDC are demanding. So I'm happy Doc has spoken to, and I hope and pray that every appointee of President Mahama will look at things from this perspective. And then when they are doing anything, their focus will be, how do I satisfy the Ghanaian public so that they keep me in government? I think it's very important because most politicians have lost sight of this. They think that if they say, oh, Bawumia lost an election so you'll never come back. Same way people say Mahama will never come to power. Today,
NDC
NDC that. 169 plus this.
Yeah.
What has happened? So that is the message that the voter doesn't care about what is happening in the opposition.
Very well.
As for Paguri, he has his camp.
Yeah.
So what is not different. But interestingly, while he is mentioning that some posts put Ken at 51%, It's like he trusted those posts.
Yeah, but he doesn't trust Musa Dankwa.
That one he doesn't. That one doesn't. And it's typical politician because he can never go and say
exactly.
The one that says Baumia is leading, he cannot endorse it.
True.
I just think that internal elections, the way sometimes we do it in this country, I don't understand. Because you only want your party people to let you lead them. But it becomes so as if they are fighting their opponents.
The level of acrimony there.
Sometimes I don't understand. I think that you tell the delegates your case. The delegates, sometimes we underrate the local people. We don't think that they are very smart.
Indeed.
If the delegates think that this is the candidate that will win us power, it doesn't matter what you go and say about your opponent. They will pick that candidate. And I always say it. I still didn't understand how President Kufuor was able to beat Professor Edubuain. Because Edubuain was fighting Rawlings and those times, it was Edubuain that I knew.
He was the most popular then.
When Kufuor came, I said, Anna, who is this one? Who is this person? Kufuor beat Edubuain and won power for MPP.
Very well, Elvis. So we need to leave it here.
They should limit the acrimony and the attacks. They should just tell the delegate what they think they can do better. Because after everything, you are going back to face your opponents.
Indeed.
And then when you destroy yourselves and the person you said all the bad wins for your party, how are you going to work for the person?
Indeed.
And how do you expect your party to come to power?
Thank you. Unfortunately, we will have to leave it here. Our time is up. Just a quick birthday message. This one says, happy birthday, Bishop Fred Kranche Mensah. You're my hero, my teacher, and my greatest inspiration. Your love, strength, and wisdom have shaped me into who I am today. Thank you for every sacrifice, every smile, and every moment of care you've given so selflessly. On your special day, I want you to know how deeply loved and appreciated you are. May your heart be filled with joy, peace, and all the happiness you truly deserve. From your daughter, Jane. All right, Bishop, happy birthday. We wish you all. Gentlemen, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure. Hopefully, we'll find time to do this again. This has been the News Review segment on Breakfast Daily here on Channel One TV. Stay with us. Philip and Chris Carter continue after this.
Kwame and his uncle are almost here.
Wait a minute. This one too, your friend Kwame.
Wait, Kwame. As in the same Kwame again?
Yes, Mommy.
I'm the second coming. Into all this tension just to reintroduce that broke boy from Kaswa.
Why would you deceive the family like this again? Now I understand the whole delay. Trotro from Kaswa. Why wouldn't he be late? Or be late? Of
course.
Star 712 hash, star 712 hash. Yeah, you go be the luckiest. Coffee from Georgia be luckiest. From Natepia, cause she be luckiest. Yeah, you go be luckiest. No matter why you're luckiest. Everybody go be the luckiest.
That's Kwame!
Send your God the apple boom. If you put it with a so would the coming of the Son of Man be.
Hey!
Is that his car?
Dial star 712 hash. Choose your ticket. Enter your lucky number. Follow the prompts and let destiny handle the rest.
This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform.
Life can get hectic, and sometimes we forget to prioritize our well-being. That's where Venom Mineral Water steps in. A refreshing solution packed with essential minerals, Venom Mineral Water keeps you hydrated and balanced. Whether you're at home or work, Venom Mineral Water is there to keep you going. Don't let a busy schedule hinder your health. Make Venom Mineral Water a part of your daily routine. Share the love with Venom Mineral Water, the choice for a healthy, vibrant you.
This advert is FDA approved.
Hi, my name is Obidu Edu. Let me welcome you to Franco, your home of quality and affordable electrical appliances. Franco has in stock mobile phones, laptops, washing machines, television sets ranging from 32 to 100 inches. Yes, as big as 100 inches. They are very affordable and energy efficient. Yes, so rush to any Franco shop and grab for yourself any of the electrical appliances. Franco, still phone papa if
In a nation full of questions, where truth often hides behind noise, one show dares to ask what truly matters face to face. With fearless clarity and a quest for accountability, host Umaru Sanda Amadou sits down with the movers and shakers of politics, governance, society, and business, confronting the issues that define our national conversation.
The party itself has said that whenever you're in opposition, you should choose flag bearers early.
So what you are trying to tell me is that you want somebody who is going out to come and select a leader for you. So the next person will come and say, but how are they selecting?
Direct victim of attack, violent attack.
Where and when?
The first one happened in Parliament. I was pregnant.
Now, for me, it was legitimized by a radio or TV station giving her a position to work.
So for you, take issue with GH1 and what and giving her the platform.
That is where the minority is. We are on them. We've asked questions.
President Mahama will be a mean president if he prioritizes only his children and DCP. He needs to demonstrate a Ghanaian government.
Every Tuesday at 9 p.m., join Umaru Sanda Amadou on Face to Face as he digs deeper, challenges power, and reveals the stories shaping Ghana's future. Only on Channel One TV.
Once more, good morning to you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us on Breakfast Daily this morning, and we are on Channel One TV. And if you are just joining us, we'd like to remind you that the show actually started at 7 o'clock with Nana Tufo Boateng, and right now we will be taking you from now till 11 a.m. My name is Chris Carter.
And I am Philip Ni Latte, but I want to ask you, how was your weekend? I'm sure you had a very good one. Chris, how was your weekend?
It was great on Saturday because I rested enough. On Sunday I was at work.
Yeah, that's
you.
nice. Anyway, so I want to say that a very good morning to you all once again, and we are bringing you nothing but the best of what you would want to have as breakfast on a Breakfast Daily on Channel One TV this morning. A lot for you. You'd want to stay with us here so that you do not flip the channel. Just stay with us here. And Pink October this month is month of October, and certainly breast cancer awareness is also cyber security awareness month. We bring you a lot more of cyber security issues on the channel and on Breakfast Daily. It's a safer you, and definitely we will bring in a lot of things on the show today. This is surfing the web and the software updates we're bringing to you on the channel today. But have you downloaded the Channel One News app yet? If you haven't, then please, this is the time for you to download it. Please and please and please again, download it so that you can easily get that information you need on your phone. Anytime we post stories on our website, you just get notification, and voila, you just get the story, and you get updates and also abreast with whatever is happening on Channel One TV and also on our news portal. But we'll be going to the northern region. Chris, will you want to tell us about that?
Yeah, the Northern Fair
is
happening.
Yes.
And
we did one year. This is Ghana.
The Northern Business Fair is actually happening, and we are so excited about it. It's on the 25th to the 26th of October at the Tamale Sports Stadium, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. each day. And we're excited about this because we are opening up the North to each and every one of us in the country. If you're wondering what the North has to offer, I think this is the best time for you to go to the North for the Northern Business Fair. And also, if you are a business here in Accra or any part of the country that thinks that, hey, I feel like the people in the North needs to know what I offer, or you want to expand and you're thinking about the North, this is the best opportunity for you to hop on the Northern Business Fair. You can call on the number 0205-973-973 for registration. 0205-973-973 for registration. It's going to be very exciting. We're going to be looking at different businesses or different services that the North actually has to offer. We know that shea butter actually comes from that area, so there's going to be a lot of products made of shea. There's going to be the bags made from raffia, the jewelry made from raffia, and so much more. I think you need to be there to experience it. Food packaging, manufacturing services, NGO, crafts, textiles, apparels, and fast-moving consumer goods. I want to say a very big thank you to our sponsors, EcoBank, Side Hustle, the GEPA, and the Ghana Enterprises Agency. Yeah, thank you so much for being part of this, and thank you so much for sponsoring us. And remember that this is brought to you by Channel One TV.
Beautiful. So if you're in the northern part of the country, make sure that you also take your share of This is Ghana that we organized in the Greater Accra region. We are taking it up north, so you'll be able to get everything you want there. But let's move into the trend, shall we? Yesterday, Barca suffered humiliating defeat from Sevilla. I was shocked. I was asking myself, so what are the investors going to do? You know the investors? Yeah, yesterday I understand that they said Sevilla had 4 Ghana cedis 50 pesos. And should you bet 1,000 Ghana cedis, you'll be getting 4,500. And Barca got 1 Ghana cedi. Yeah. So if you bet 1,000, I think you're going to get, is it 1,000 again? A little more than that.
So you even know how it works. I really don't know how the betting works.
Oh, yesterday I had to ask. You know why? Because you see, between Sevilla and Barca, who will you go for?
Barca, obviously.
Of course, Barca. But for Barca to finish the match and receive 4 strong goals and just score 1, that was even done by Rashford. And we understand that Yamin Lamar or Lamar Yamin or whatever his name is wasn't part of the match yesterday for that reason, and another player as well. For that reason, Barca is saying, oh, we didn't have one of our strong men in there, so we couldn't score and all that. But trust me, people are trolling Barca. They are teasing Barca. I don't know if we have some comments on that. We can bring them to you so that you can also understand. So this one, to be forewarned, what is it? Out is to be forearmed. So it's like 4-1. Yeah, to be forewarned. The 4 there.
And the 1.
Yeah, to be forearmed. So this is coming from Tayo VM. And this also said that Barca lost game just for one thing. Just for one thing. Yeah, so you can see the 4-1 in there. They are just trying to make fun of Barca. Let's make another comment on this.
Looks like Sevilla invited Barca over for one reason, and it wasn't to play football. Bars.
Yeah, bars, maniga. This one said, okay, to be forewarned.
To be forewarned is to be
armed. Yeah, to be forearmed. Yes, I think so. So, this one also says that it's.
Is it now a crime for one to be a Barca fan? Right. So everything has to do with 4-1, 4-1, 4-1. Right.
It's just interesting, and we are seeing how the Barca fans will say that, hey, well, we've been trolled enough and we've had enough, but we will troll you because this one there, you know, say Barca people, the people are 2-0. And this one that Sevilla has come, they've disciplined you for 4-1. But
and
if you haven't the sports guys later on the show.
It's a very long time that Sevilla won them.
Yes.
Very long time in history.
Yeah. So we will bring you more on the show later when the sports guys come in here. We also understand Chelsea Liverpool yesterday 2-1. Yes, Liverpool people don't want us to talk about it, but we'll talk about it. Yesterday, the Blues, they did what they could do best. So Chelsea beat Liverpool 2-1 yesterday, and it was just exciting one. I think yesterday's match, people were really doing all sort of permits and all these things. I'm sure the investors really were disappointed yesterday. Well, let's see how really that goes. If you have some messages, we can bring you shortly on these messages. Now, they would, Liverpool, they said they never walk alone. Now they walk alone. They will walk alone after Chelsea doing whatever they did to them yesterday. Another one too says that it's been a long time coming. Liverpool were played out of the game right from the start. Yeah, maybe they didn't really have their start done well. Another message too says that we were praying our players wouldn't see red, but somehow the coach ended up with its red. I understand was it a Liverpool coach?
The coach got
got a red card.
Because the players had been getting like series of red cards, and now the coach also got his own. No, it's sorry,
Chelsea coach. Yeah, the Chelsea coach who got. Oh, okay. So the Blues didn't want to see red, but they ended up seeing red. But after the coach received a red card, so you guys got lucky. Liverpool just missed a lot of their chances. Anyway, so these are some of the comments that we have for you from Chelsea-Liverpool match 2-1 in favor of Chelsea. The very last comment we are bringing you on Liverpool-Chelsea match. Liverpool almost dominated the game. It's not how football works. Well played, Chelsea. So, Chris, this story, you've been talking about it for a very long time. The very final one.
We've come back again to it.
Yes, we've come back again to it too, because yesterday the Vice President, Professor Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman, made a comment on it. That has to do with the teacher-student relationship. We understand some headmaster passed a comment on it, which really didn't go down well with a lot of people. Let's bring you the video of what the Vice President said about what is happening in our various senior high schools, which has to do with teacher-student relationship.
Leadership cannot ignore those teachers and others in positions of power who abuse our young people. The recent events involving one of our teachers in a management position is a case in point. As teachers, we must always remember that we are placed in a position of trust, protection, and empathy. The power given to us is to facilitate learning. We will not wait to apply sanctions to those who violate this trust. Yes. And please, transfers are not punishments.
And of course, transfers are not punishment. People have said that, oh, so you're taking me from one school to school in the rural area. But who should teach students in the rural area? So if you do something in a school, like a school, class A school, and you are moved to a school that you deem it to be a D class school, and
beautiful female teachers who are single, and the beautiful female teachers who are single. And that is a very problematic comment to make, because you are now empowering the male teachers to harass the female students, or the female teachers. That is.
Oh, also on a lighter note, I'm told that the female teachers wouldn't want their male teachers. Yes, because maybe on the same level. You know, normally when it comes to relationship thing,
you see, that's the problem. Are you in the school to look for women to touch, to fondle, to have affairs with?
Chris,
no,
it's
you are here to teach.
It's Monday morning. Let me not spark you up.
Look for people out there and ask people nicely, respectfully, that I want to be in a relationship. Learn to ask people out. Don't force yourself on people. You understand?
Anyway, that's what the Vice President said. And if you say we continue this conversation, Chris will just spark, and we receive a lot of comments on our WhatsApp console like we did on Friday. But anyway, let's bring you the video of the day.
Masa! Tu! Left and right. Now we'll try. Masa! Tu!
But the question is, were they able to quench the flame? Anyway, the argument is that the Ghana National Fire Service officials didn't have fire extinguishers. But yeah, I saw 2 fire extinguishers there. Maybe it got finished and they had to resort to another means. And that also brings us to this question of retooling and resourcing Ghana National Fire Service, say the entire institution, because even last week we had a fire incident on Graphic Road, and we've been having one too many fire incidences in recent times. So you just have to take notice of this as a driver and also as an individual, a resident of your house, and all that. People, corporate organizations, try and take notice of these things as we work around to get things done the right way. But anyway, that is the video of the day. Chris, you want to pass a comment?
No, it's just ironic. like you said, we clearly can see that the fire extinguisher is probably full.
Yeah.
But it's ironic to see the fire service using pure water.
Pure water. Maybe the pressure from the pure water quench the water,
but
the fire. Yeah,
but they tried. They tried. I mean, if you watch the video well, although it's ironic and it can be funny a bit because you'll be wondering, hey, fire service, pure water. They still taught us how to use pure water to douse out the fire.
You know what they called improvising.
Yeah, that's
so
what they did.
So they improvised. Yeah. Anyway, we told you that this month is Cyber Security Month. Let's bring you what we have for you today. A short video on that.
Photos, birthdays, or your location online feels normal, but could it be giving hackers the keys to your life? Welcome to A Safer You, your guide to safer digital living, brought to you by Digital Unbounded and Channel One TV. Today, we're diving into social media, the place where we share, connect, and sometimes overshare. Let's make sure your accounts don't become an easy target for hackers. Think about what's on your profile, your birthday, your family photos, even where you live. To you, it's just sharing, but to a hacker, it's free information to break into your accounts or even pretend to be you. Ever heard of someone saying, "My Facebook was hacked"? Most times, it wasn't magic. It was weak security. The good news? You can fix that. First up, passwords. If your password is 12345 or your child's name, hackers will crack it in seconds. A strong password is like a puzzle only you can solve. Mix upper and lowercase letters, numbers, and symbols, and don't reuse the same password everywhere. Now here's your shield. Two-factor authentication, or 2FA. What's that? It's when your account asks for something extra, like a code sent to your phone. Even if someone guesses your password, they still can't get in without that second step. It's like having both a lock and a chain on your door. Have you ever shared a photo of your boarding pass or your child's school? Feels innocent, right? But it gives away private details that strangers can use against you. That's why privacy settings matter. They're your filter, deciding who sees what. Check your settings and make sure only friends, not the whole world, can see your personal posts. And remember, once it's online, it's out there forever. Think before you post. Scammers love to pretend. You might see a profile that looks exactly like your friends. Same name, same photo. That's called impersonation. They use it to trick people into sending money or sharing secrets. Or you might get a message that says, "Click this link to win a prize." Sounds exciting, right? But it's a trap. That's called phishing. They want you to click so they can steal your info. Rule of thumb: if it feels urgent, scary, or too good to be true, it usually is. Here's your action plan. Create strong, unique passwords. Switch on two-factor authentication. Lock down your privacy settings. Stop oversharing personal details. Watch out for fake accounts and suspicious links. Your social media is your digital mirror. What you share reflects who you are. Keep it safe, keep it smart, and protect the reflection of you that lives online. A Safer You is brought to you by Digital Unbounded in partnership with Channel One TV.
All right, so there you have it, our cybersecurity tip of the day, and it's about protecting ourselves when we're on social media. And you know, sometimes you can actually be on social media and then someone sends a message to you and they tell you, click this link. Sometimes these links are actually too good to be true. Like the ones that they say, click this link and you probably get a trip to America or automatic entry for the Visa lottery or something.
And some too, they'll say that you can work from home.
Yes.
And click it,
Oh,
if you share about
the
5
work
or
from
6,
homes are doing a lot now.
yeah, if you share to 5 or 6, you're going to get an amount of like 80 Ghana cedis or 100 Ghana cedis, and if you do more, then you have to take. Please, you'd have to ignore these things because sometimes it's just too good to be true.
Yeah. So when it's too good to be true, be careful. Do not click the link, because if you click the link, they can take over your social media accounts. And remember, it's very important for you to use the passwords correctly. So like we learned the other day, you have to mix up your password with words, with symbols, and letters, symbols, and numbers all together. And sometimes you have to make it longer. And remember that you have to also change your password from time to time.
At least 3 times a year.
Yeah, and so that's what we have for the cybersecurity tip of the day. And remember, it's all about the Cybersecurity Awareness Month. So we're just letting you, out there, be secured in everything that you do, because the hackers are not playing right now.
They are not, though.
They are not.
They are not playing at all. The hackers, they aren't playing. You think that you have everything under control, but the next minute you notify that someone is sending messages with your account, be it your Facebook, Instagram thread, whatever account you have, someone is sending a message and soliciting for funds in your name. So just be careful how you go about it.
Especially for the fact that our businesses are on social media right now. Some people do business on social media where you have your company account or your business account on social media, even your personal account, especially for content creators and influencers and, people who are out there.
So let me tell you what, this is a little, it's on the lighter side. A friend of mine was ordering for pizza and she called a number that she found on the internet. Actually, when she called and the people were like, "Oh, you can pay the amount of money and we are going to deliver." I said, "Oh, I want beef pizza." And she asked, "What kind of beef do you people use?" She says that, "Oh, we use the red one, the one that they sell on the market." He said, "Oh, so that one, do they chop it and they'll put it on the pizza? So how is it going to be done?" He said, "Oh, they'll soak the beef." And my friend had enough time to listen to that person. So he can tell you how people are now crafting things to just take your money away from you. So you'd have to be so careful when it comes to you communicating with people and how you protect your account. Yeah, basically that.
Right. So you know what? Let's take a quick break, and when we come back, we will get straight into the other of the day.
and his uncle are almost here.
Wait a minute. This one too, your friend Kwame.
Wait, Kwame? As in the same Kwame again?
Yes, mommy.
I'm the second coming. Into all this tension, just to reintroduce that broke boy from Kaswa.
Why would you deceive the family like this again? Now I understand the whole delay. Trotro from Kaswati. Why wouldn't he be late? Or be late, of course.
Star 712 hash, star 712 hash. You go be the luckiest. Coffee from Georgia be luckiest. From Latepia, cause she be luckiest. Yeah, you go be luckiest. Nobody know why you're luckiest. Everybody go be that luckiest.
That's Kwame!
Send your God the apple boom. If you put it toye, so would the coming of the son of man be. Is that his car?
Dial star 712 hash. Choose your ticket. Enter your lucky number. Follow the prompts and let destiny handle the rest.
This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform.
Habibi, my people, welcome to Dubai. My name is Sheikh Alkal bin Maktoum. Okay, so I am Caleb, right? Caleb Kuda is my name, and this is Beyond Borders on Channel 1 Television. We are in Dubai. So join me. Let us explore the allure, the beauty, and the reality of life and living it in Dubai through the eyes and the experiences of our compatriots.
Imagine 6 people, 10 people sharing a common room together.
If you're not chinampe, na complain there in the sense, why you are share one rooms now? It doesn't smell pleasant. Or hunting no complaints now, baby. Until if you're
Dubai is one of the most organized, highly resourced, and well-endowed countries you would find.
You've been here for 7 months.
Yes.
Without a job.
Yeah.
How is it like?
So hard.
Tell me about it.
Struggling, renting and feeding is so hard.
Every frame per second of their lives in Dubai tells a story, and we've got it all captured right here on Beyond Borders, only on Channel 1 Television. So don't get told, don't miss out. Catch these compelling stories of Ghanaians in Dubai only on Beyond Borders on Channel 1 TV this and every Wednesday at 7 p.m. I catch you.
Beyond Borders is sponsored by Copen Hospitality.
All right, welcome back. It's still Breakfast Daily right here on Channel 1 TV. Right now it's time for us to get into our communities. And today we are looking at Odan Kwanta in the Eastern region. And we have a little issue where farmers, rice farmers in particular, are appealing to the government to support as there is decreased demand for harvested rice, which by extension is affecting livelihoods. We actually have a report on that by Neil Ni Amate Kanaku, who is our Eastern regional correspondent right here on Channel 1 TV. So let's check out this report, and when we come back, we will get speaking to the right authorities and know exactly what's happening.
Currently here at Akim Oda in Kwanta, within the Oda constituency, that is the Brim Central Municipality, which happens to be a hub for cocoa rice. Now, the area is made up of predominantly farmers who cultivate cocoa and rice. But as you can see in this particular shot, these are fresh rice which are being dried here in the open. And just behind me, it's one of the 5 milling centers here at Akim Oda in Kwanta, where these rice farmers come to mill their rice, have the husk taken away from it, and then other particles before it's sent to the market. But we understand that currently there are a number of sacks which have been packed at all the milling centers where they are lacking buyers. So we are going to interact with some of the farmers, interact with the operators of the milling machines, and also the traditional authority to find out exactly what their challenges are.
This year, how are you? Yamona, Yamiadum, I fear a bine brain, Sidno. I mean, dry, Abba. Come. Nanso, yenyato fo, ne de fa, mo fidi so. So mo moyen. Na yenyato fo, na aban so. Ontwa na ni mehwe na school so etwa ye ho ahia no. Onka o meto mo ne ma wo.
Dry machine o moyen, say tapoli e ko ha tapoli na. Dako na o hata mo no, tapoli na bo moje. So wa hata na dana, nsuo to na hata dana bo no batua sa da no. Ni nyina wi yen. E ma ye ho kire pa, anti esra ban. So me hu no boy na school so etwa ho ahia o me fa mo ni bi ko mo de kroma machine na wo num
There are 5 milling centers in this community where the over 1,000 farmers working here rely on to produce fine rice for consumers. Kwame Boateng and Alhaji Musa Fusaini separately operate 2 of these 5 millers, and they believe the outrageous importation of foreign rice by successive governments, if not reduced, may collapse their operations.
Customers and I know me ujumano. Me from me to was a just started managing enya ya na beto enya na beto afere bi duru bi frɛ customers on mefa emo no a omo se emo no manya bi abrofo mu no bi aba ntanya ane ade o maba fa de no so hwi abrofo mu no so a 50 kilos by de ne e bro 50 kilos e doso e chemba me nsa a e de be minu no mo de na 50 kilos aye ba ko de si an so afre omo a we also abrofo mu we as abrofo mu ama ye mo so aban de last year aban de mo ayehwam kama efe ohun ade abara si yinua aboa na ya adwuma no so aba afi so aba so atofo ne ema
emo no de sisi ade eye krogin awudi asabia ebo first bia kase before mo say ni no ena de isi ade before mo na ne abrofo ni na isi aye na yegina one scale okuani bia ekoye wafuom na owi a ye no de bre se ye ntoma no nti ono nya de brawo se toma na de bia ase fi amudi atrantwi ani.
The traditional leadership is also worried about the situation. Nana Esiedu Anochwa, the Queen Mother of Odan Kwanta, says the absence of ready and reliable buyers is affecting the local economy as money is not in circulation.
Anabo for fan and Bianca, but you are warden. I was scouting the cotton, and I'm going more deck a crapper. A man I basantim strapping, says a danquanta, or more, nay, a mono, yanto. I've been so mono crano until I might before this, before the end, add that chabro for moon. Tim Saban Bibri say, Miss Son, or shall me my mammy. None a man, I say, to see cry. Memina, so I basa.
The municipal chief executive for Brim Central, Solomon Braku Kusi, explains the reasons for the bumper harvest.
Let me give you a little background about, this whole episode. The Brim Central Municipal Assembly received a grant from the Korean government. And under that grant, we received 70 bags of rice. That's the seeds for planting. And the farmers were taken through training, and they worked with, or they applied the training that they received, how to apply the fertilizer, how to make sure that the seeds are healthy. They were taken through all the training. So because they applied or what they learned, that's one of the reasons why we are having the high yields.
He stressed that the assembly is set to meet caterers of the school feeding program and the Ministry of Education to collaborate and enact some laws that will ensure that the schools and caterers purchase rice directly from these local farmers going forward.
We have scheduled series of meetings. One is with the Education Directorate, and another meeting is with the school feeding coordinator, who is in charge of this area. So I think in a week or two we should be able to come out with a concrete roadmap that we will address some of these challenges that we are facing in our municipality. So I think in a week or two, our farmers should expect some good news from our outfits.
To my left is a rice plantation. Now, just in front of me, as you see in the shot, is also another rice plantation. Now, there are several acres of this rice plantation here in Akim Odan, Kwanta, where over 1,000 farmers work on a daily basis. After visiting all these 5 milling centers, one thing was for sure, that several sacks of rice are waiting for prospective buyers to take them away. This is affecting the local economy here, according to residents who are pleading with government to assist them in getting buyers for this rice. For Channel 1 TV, Nil Ni Amati Kanaku, Akim Odan Kwanta.
All right, so there you have it, a report from Neil Ni Amate Kanaku, our Eastern Regional Correspondent right here on Channel 1 TV. And I mean, I have so many questions, and one of the questions I have is, like, is it that people are not patronizing the local rice?
Well, you can say that people are not patronizing, for which we are having a lot of them in the warehouse, and they aren't out for people to consume or for the farmers to get money. But let's join Niamati Kanaku. He went to the grounds to bring us the story. Let's understand from himself what really the farmers have been telling him and what has accounted to this. Neil, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Philip.
When you visited the area, Odan Kwanta, how many bags of rice currently do they have that are in the warehouses that are yet to be sold?
Yeah, Philip, thousands of sacks have been packed in all the 5 milling centers, and some in homes of some of the farmers. Because the milling centers are currently choked with sacks of rice.
Did they tell you the reason why people are not buying, or is it that maybe they are buyers? I'm sure they should have people who buy from them have stopped buying from them.
Okay, so what Al-Haji, who happens to be one of the owners of the milling centers, told me was that first, they had ready market. Some of the buyers would even come around and even deposit some cards that when the rice is ready and fine tuned, they would come for them. They just give them a call. So at times people would come and then deposit cards. Others will also send a momo to them so that when the rice is ready, they come for them. But for this season, it's been very slow. According to them, upon several calls placed to their prospective buyers or their clients who have been purchasing from them, told them that now with the influx of the imported rice, so they are a bit comfortable with the importation of the foreign rice. So majority of them have made purchases from the foreign rice. So that has been their situation now. And Philip, it's a tough thing for them because these are farmers who have arable land in that particular area. Majority of them are into both the rice cultivation and the cocoa cultivation. And I must say that in that particular enclave, the land there also have some mineral deposits underneath. When you go to their neighbors, which happens to be Jadem, Akim Odan Jadem, Jadem have some diamonds deficit in that particular area. But these farmers chose not to go into mining, but rather into agriculture, and being faced with this particular issue has been a major pain for them because money is not even in circulation in that particular area. Because majority of them are farmers, and it's through this rice activity that when they sell to the buyers, that is when they also get money to buy their daily things that they would need in terms of even oil, in terms of meat and stuff. Even if they want to cook, these are the same money that they would rely on. But because these guys are stuck now in their homes and then at the milling centers, money is not in circulation, which is affecting the local economy at Oda and Kwanta.
How much is a bag of rice?
First, I was told they sold it at that was last year. They were selling it around between 1,500 and then 1,200. But they said this year it dropped further down between 1,000 and then 900. But they are 50 kg rice. Comparing it to the ones from the imported ones, you would realize that the local ones are quite heavier. Yes, they are quite heavier in terms of quantity. So that is what they are saying. So
And the 50 kg rice, is it the one that is the 1,000 something?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, please.
Anyway, so right now, after you filed this report, have you heard that any government official or the authorities are trying to take action by way of going to the area that is the Nkwanta area, that is Oda Nkwanta, to at least buy these bags of rice and bring them to the city or to the market, onto the market, so that they can get them sold, so that people can also receive their money?
Yes, so a day after the report and a day after I interviewed the MC Solomon Kuti-Prapo, who gave me an assurance that he was going to take up the matter, he personally went to engage the rice farmers in Akim Oda and Kwanta, and then assured them that he was going to get them buyers. In the interview, he indicated that there are several schools in that particular enclave, with regard to even basic schools, who are all under the school feeding program, and also senior high schools in that particular area, and then in the constituency of Honorable Opon Nkoma, which happens to be Okwapia UAB, Oda Nkwanta shares boundary with the Okwapia UAB constituency, and there are several schools, about two or three senior high schools in the Okwapia UAB area, and then several senior high schools even in Akim Oda. That when these schools purchase directly from them, it will go a long way to improve the living conditions of these farmers. Now, the MC, after his engagement with these farmers, that same day moved to Accra to engage the Ministry of Agriculture and then some executives from the Papa Stock Company, and where I announced through the MC that the Papa Stock, that the Ministry of Agriculture gave him a strong commitment, indicating that some funds have been allocated for the Buffer Stock Company to move in to purchase all the rights in the Akim Oda and Nkwanta enclave for onward distribution to the schools.
Okay.
All right. I just wanted to ask, so ever since the NAFCO announced the minimum guaranteed farm gate prices for, selected agricultural commodities, has it helped in any way? Because from the press release, we can see that, the farm gate prices were sort of like reduced from what you just told us. Like rice, for example, one bag of 50 kg rice will be purchased by NAFCO at 625 Ghana cedis. Has that helped in any way?
So the farmers honestly are not really happy about the farm gate prices now.
Because
yes, they believe they are some way running at a loss. Because according to them, some of the inputs, the hard work they put into the production, it's not being rewarded for the new farm-gate prices. So on that note, they really complained bitterly during my engagement with them. They were not really happy about the price at the time.
Okay, Neil Ni Amate Kanako, thank you so much for your time and keep doing the good work for us there. Keep monitoring what will be happening in that area and also what the farmers are demanding for, so that at least these bags of rice that are in there that have been left in the warehouse will be brought onto the marketplaces and will be sold, because we have a huge what's the name, customers. When it comes to the customer base is huge, because when you bring it onto the market and you even reduce the price, people will buy.
Yes, but I wonder why the farmers are not, very enthused about the farm gate prices. But if you're wondering what we are talking about the press release by the NAFCO, which announced minimum guaranteed farm gate prices for selected agricultural commodities. And I could just read a bit of it. The Ministry of Food and Agriculture, in collaboration with the National Food Buffer Stock Company, is pleased to announce the minimum guaranteed farm gate prices for the selected agricultural commodities. These prices were determined by the Producer Price Determination Committee, that's PPDC, during the maiden meeting held on 11th and 12th of September 2025, following the successful inauguration. So the prices are as follows. For maize, we have 4.50 Ghana cedis per kg, and rice 12.50 Ghana cedis per kg, and gari 10 that's 10 Ghana cedis basically. And for appreciation, the guaranteed farm gate prices translate as follows. So one bag of maize, that's 100 kg, will be purchased by NAFCO at 450 Ghana cedis, and rice of 50 kg will be purchased by NAFCO at 625 Ghana cedis. But what we heard from Neil is that they are selling at 1,000 or 1,000 to 1,000 plus.
I think he said it was previous price, so maybe they've reduced it. So he didn't really state to us what really the current price is. But the farmer is joining us. Let's speak to the farmer, Ekuya Achama, to tell us details of what is happening. She would speak to you so that at least we can easily communicate with her. Good morning.
Good morning.
Pacha is saying,
if I try you, now swear.
Your farmer or down quanta or you.
Me Pacha.
Can some the chain kakra and some saying, I didn't know more rice now more torn or Siciano. Any jum and I cut them. I'm conforming to me. I'm embato.
Me Pacha. You don't want Yaniadum. I'm on a buy fine. Never say, Siani, not of 4, no more better. If you're my editor, and penny for him, they say I'm watching, I'm afraid so. The brave schools. I say a boy young kuno. Na, the dear, a year pay or your sister, my bravo. Now, so many not of 4, on my payamon, and yes, any big classy, and what their boy and more friendly. In the my editor, penny for him, my media 4 by. Na nyamenka de efiade this yine e man na efiafo no besian say aban amenya na ntie say 2 weeks time no omba be fa aduane no akwa akosie ama omba be to akwa akogu ba bia e betimi de aduane no asie e de aboa oman Ghana
na monhwehwe mu ne kyeresen kane no no mbeto na sesia na de nti na nkofo mbeto
first no more befa na customers na fidie fo ne wono ekasa mo de maye ne se abrofumo na aba bebre nti no no mo di kan kokko faaye nti eno na omo fa ne mo nti no na omo ton nti omo ton no wie dia omo ntini ma me fa we ni de da kopa ho te bebre na abrekua phone
motor back ko sen
oh yeah ton yeah no kilos yeah no rubber into rubber no rubber num bia ye grawa baako. Yes, I'm a grawa.
Grawa no moto grawa ne saying.
Grawa no yen tono 900 cedi.
Okay. Enti sesia na aban akasa 2 weeks time. On ma be sesa rice and I more way akọ bibia they can store it and now between their total. And a solution am more per na say going forward no per se as a MBA kwan bi mamwa mo between ni abrofo for no like a mono mo crowded banner and so embo competition bi sa.
Ne de ade fredi ame se ye de si en si ye ni sa ban na kra mo nti de to aban ni se so no no kra de anko wanti so mayen dodo no mo kra no se de be yen si e de no e be koso ombe to yen si e de no na boa ye nyina
sesia bibia mo hye no odan kwanta no mo kwan etesen ana sesia de ba akwansem mu a mo mbresa emfe duane ne mbakro etesa.
Oh, so the no machines near a whole room. And no, Tiana, the good echo machine is for a customers one and a back, a babasaco. Young farm backroom, and mammoth. I say yes, for the bar and crying about the song. I just say, customers, and a barber fat, a bit cook room, say me, so a dear grawa, and I say grawa hen. Na mo de akokuru makwakoton tie de ane se ba pa ne de ko fa fan yesimon nto bia kueni bia be ko ne akiro kueni bia de ho na ho na ye afensi ya de se de ba kwa na ke sa de to aban nim se ye hata no tapori so edinka bandum ye na ko man dry machine ni bia ene o twese fom na aba ya na de a o de adra na se wasi.
Okay, in the next 2 weeks now, I almost say I'm buying for no. Anyway, you know, a semen I will catch a buying in this regard. Say, I'm watching Bonnie dear or some this one, and I'm moving that.
Oh, yeah, yes, a bono master, and then the show when him say, I'm by your one, I hope by the I don't know my aim 1 or 2 weeks time. Oh, my best family, am I in? Ye be a 50 said the air can. Nti no an egu so estre sa ban ensenda na ebona DC na be hye nse 2 weeks time no ba be fa no omma me fa na nyina ye ho nto ye ni ntimi mu afi
man bi sabi mo emo no etumi et na ho che ana etumi da ho che ana how many period na da ho betia say
me pa cho say to be
emo no bag of rice na mo ton no at me at that hotel because within how was the period at that hotel bet me I say and I say all the cook room because we're more way there I didn't say me intimate.
Oh at that hotel because me say so me don't me there na me to me is wa my finance abeto and some me to asie so for me to so I mean to asie so the be ya men scientist can come kotom for floor e wa bonten.
No, okay. And just what's me a store and more way for more than 1 year.
Me trying.
Okay. Eja mo akono asem final words I'll best catch a ban anko. Go from where I told you mo hono. Asem kakra wa ben apeso catch one sana wako.
Oh, asem kakra ni a mekan atra ban. And say me dey ma dis dey and say on so ya san. No man dry machine. Sabi ebe ya nyame ya adum na ọma ya hodin ye timi de ye adwuma na ye ba ya na ye hata ofo mi wata poli no kra no hata na se we nya nkofo amwa na nsuo gi gumpa na no so ko fa sama ye de aba nti ze na wo yo ba akofo a wo hu se nsuo na epeti ha wo be pia be boa no na abekata so na nsuo na aben nti nka nyame ya adum na nka ban boa ye no ma ya dry machine ne dia na nka yeah.
Okay. Ekia Achamaya Dasapa said, a bon como. She is a rice farmer in Oda in Quanta. Today I had to actually bring my tree from the fridge so that we would actually have to talk about it. But basically, what she's talking about is about competition, that the foreign rice is now in competition with the local rice. And the people that do buy from them to sell to the final consumers are saying that now people sort of prefer the foreign rice. So people are now buying the foreign rice more. She made mention of the fact that they've gotten some sort of assurances from the government that in the next 2 weeks, these bags of rice will be bought. They said they call something grawa. So they sell the grawa for 900 Ghana cedis. I'm sure that when you take it from them and you come and do your own measurements and all those things and sell to the final consumer. But she's saying that there is sort of a final a decision or a promise from the government that in the next 2 weeks, these bags of rice will be taken from them. They are asking for a drying machine. I think the drying machine, if I'm not mistaken, help them to like preserve these things more, to keep it for a very long time. Because what she said was that even with what she cultivates, she's able to keep it for like a year. You understand? So it tells you that we really have food in the system. But as to whether how we would get it to Accra. Recently, we had the Agri Fair, and trust me, Agri Fair with people coming told us one thing, that people really want good food to eat. They want fresh produce to eat. We started on Friday. It was there on Saturday and Sunday, and even some people even ran out on Friday, and they didn't come on Saturday and Sunday
because they didn't have anything.
So what happens to what we are having in the various towns, communities, outskirts? Bring these things into the cities. People will buy. Trust me. Even if you do not use the local rice for your normal rice and stew, you could use the local rice for a motuo. You could, that's rice balls. You could use the local rice for maybe Tom Brown, because you're going to mix it with other things. You could use the rice, the local rice could be moved into something else. I know there are chefs, there are caterers who can use these things and
to create things. Even to bake.
Yes.
Even to bake.
They can use it in nice ways, in different ways that you, when you eat it, you like, really? Is this the local rice? So you see, and I also think that we may not be adding value to these things.
No, you know, the thing is, apart from the value, the added value that we are looking at, I think also the awareness should not stop. The awareness of local rice should not stop. The awareness of our local food should not stop. Because I feel like we only start a campaign
and we leave it
for 3 months, and then that's it. Oh, it's Ghana rice, campaign,
we put it on
and
autopilot.
that's it. You understand? So I feel like it should keep ringing into our minds, because yes, as human beings, sometimes we have that mindset of this is better than this because of how this is packaged. But at the end of the day, we forget the nutritional values. Let's come out and tell us, okay, why is the local rice better? Because it has so nutritional values, because it will not make you sick. Because, do you understand? So when we keep talking about it and keep ringing it into the minds of people, why it is important to consume our local rice,
so this is like
then I think people will just buy.
This is like a glut. We have it in abundance, and we are not able to push it to the various people in the market or the final consumers.
I mean, exporting.
Well, but you know the funny thing, when you are exporting, we are sort of creating jobs for people elsewhere to take these local rice, add value, and come and sell it back to us.
Well, that's
true. They come repackage it and package it well, and they come and sell it expensive to us.
You know, sometimes they actually come and pick the seeds of some of the things that we plant and then go out, plant it. So
I think the agric minister is doing well. Eric Opoki over the weekend or last week he was in Agogo, Ashanti Achim North Municipality, where he sort of cut salt for the construction of a tomato factory. And the MP for that area, that is Ohene Kwam Frimpong, he also noted that sort of an awareness creation was made when the farmers were also complaining about tomato glut, that they weren't able to have it onto the market for people to buy. The government came in to say that, hey, we can buy these things and also take them to the big cities and sell them. So if the member of parliament for this area is also paying attention, maybe the agric minister would want to go to this place, see how best he can really engage the local farmers or the rice farmers, and see how best we can deal with these things.
Yeah, because and I feel like after this, like this should not be a repeated issue. Let's not hear it again next year.
Maybe.
Let's not hear it again in the next if the next government comes. Let this be something that states that the government should always work with farmers.
Yeah. But we also preach this thing too. City FM Channel 1 TV, we started the Agri-Fair. Maybe the government can also take it up and do something, if not 3 times in a year, maybe monthly or maybe quarterly, so that at least people can also buy the fresh produce and eat in their various homes. But we have the municipal chief executive for Brim Central, that is Solomon Kusi, who is joining us for us to have conversations on what is happening in the Odan Kwanta area, where the rice farmers are saying that, well, we have a lot, but people are not buying it. Hello, sir. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
First of all, I want to find out from you, per your conversation with the farmers on the ground, what really is the problem that you gathered? For which reason they have the bags of rice stuck in warehouses or wherever it is, and they are not able to get them onto the market for them to buy, for people to buy, so that they can get some income?
Good morning once again, and thanks for the opportunity. My interaction with the farmers revealed one thing, that this year they made bumper harvest, unlike previous years, and the harvest is as a result of the Korean government package to the farmers, where they train the farmers how to apply fertilizers and also introduced certain seedlings to them, which has, they've exceeded expectation in terms of, their harvest. It's not like the normal harvest over the years. So it's not like people are not patronizing, the rice or not buying the rice. But maybe every year, sometimes an acre of, rice farm gives them 8 bags. And because of the package from the Korean government, it has quadrupled, which is making, it difficult for them to, sell their produce.
But I think this is good news, that if you're having, say, 20%, so this time around you had 80% when it comes to harvesting. But what is the plan from your end, you being the government representative there, to one, store these bags of rice or whatever they've cultivated, and get people to also come and buy, at least, so that they can heave a sigh of relief?
Sure, we are making steps to, resolving the issue. We've engaged the National Food Buffer, which they promised that in the coming weeks they will buy the produce from the farmers. And from our outfit too, we are engaging the National School Feeding Secretariat, because if we are preaching, it's Ghana, where Ghana, do everything Ghana, it means that we have to let our, caterers buy from the farmers. So this is also an opportunity for the government to even, or the municipality or the assembly is in the process of making bylaws, which will compel our, school feeding caterers to buy from, the local rice farmers. Because if we have, 3 secondary schools also in our municipality, Odan School, St. Francis, and Atefa Senior High School. We are also engaging the Ministry of Education to direct the schools to buy directly from the farmers. I think in the meantime, in the short term, these are some of the things that we can do. Because if we don't support the farmers, it will discourage them from cultivating, next year and the years afterwards, which will not inure to the benefits of the local economy. So we are engaging, these stakeholders. We've engaged National Food Buffer. We are engaging the National School Feeding Secretariat, and as an assembly too, we are making steps to, pass bylaws, which will compel the school feeding caterers to buy directly from the farmers.
Right.
So these are some of the things that we are putting in place.
All right. So with the price of that the National Food Buffer Stock Company have put out there, is it something that is just going to happen for this period, or it's something that's going to happen, after this period? I mean, like it's here to stay, or it's just here to relieve them?
No, this is not going to be just a one-time something.
Mm-hmm.
Because the rice farmers, they've not stopped cultivating. It's something that they do all year.
Mm-hmm.
So we are finding lasting solutions to these problems.
Right.
Yeah, that we shouldn't let the farmers agitate before we come in to buy their produce. So we have to have a constant conversation with the National Food Buffer, so that they will dedicate, some suppliers to, come and buy, or some buyers to come and buy the produce the moment the farmers, do the harvest. And the harvest is not the only challenge that we are facing. Most of the farmers, they lack modern equipment like dryers and others. So regardless of the fact that they've even made plenty harvest, they also complain that most of the produce went waste, because they were not having, dryers, and combine harvesters is also one of the challenges that we are facing. So it is not just about the produce alone. We also have to make steps to prevent post-harvest losses. Those are some of the things that we are also looking at.
Okay, so what about pricing? Do you think the pricing from the farmers are that great? Do you think sometimes it does not pose a problem?
No, if you even compare their price, because they are selling 85 kg, like 85 kg for 900 cedis.
Oh.
And when we engage the National Food Buffer too, they will also be buying the 50 kg for 625 cedis.
Mm-hmm.
So should the National Buffer even step in, it means the farmers are going to even make more revenue as compared to what they sell to, the locals here. So we are just praying that this week we will, have a good news from the National Food Buffer, which will also, increase the revenue of the farmers, which will incentivize them to even produce more in the coming years.
Beautiful. So, like you said this week, so that means there is a timeline that you are looking at to address these issues. If yes, you can share with us.
Sure. We gave the farmers 2 weeks. I engaged them on Friday, and we gave them, a 2-week timeline.
Right.
Within these 2 weeks, we should get, positive news from the National Food Buffer.
Good.
Right. And finally, before I let you go, have you eaten the rice?
Yeah, I've eaten the rice. And
how does it taste? Tell us about it.
You don't even have to worry yourself, buying perfume rice. Yeah, because this rice, like if you are even 200 meters away from where the rice is being cooked, you will even feel the aroma. So the rice is very delicious, and we encourage people from Accra and others to come to Odan Kwanta if they want to taste great rice.
All right, so Mr. Solomon, we'll be expecting a small bag of rice from you. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Solomon Brakukusi is the MC from Brim Central in Odan, and he has been talking extensively about this. Chris, over the weekend was the National Sanitation Day, and it really caught fire. You saw the government chair, we saw the AMA boss, and also local government minister. We can do a similar thing when it comes to Agric. We can have a National Food Day or National Food Fair Day, where every 3 months we say that, okay, fine, we visited this area and there is bumper harvest in this particular area. We would want to bring the produce to, say, Koforidua, to Takrade, to Accra, to Ho, to Cape Coast, and sell for the farmers to get money. See, we shouldn't encourage post-harvest losses, like the MCE said. It sort of demoralizes the farmers. So I wake up in the morning, I take my cutlass, I take my hoe, and I go to the onto the farm just to suffer there. And when it's time for me to cultivate, after the cultivation, I'm not able to push the produce to the general public for persons to consume. Sometimes for a farmer, he or she gets the joy from the fact that people are consuming what I have toiled for. That's it. And the little money you give to them, they are okay with it. But we shouldn't leave these things, say we are leaving tomatoes for that to go bad. We are leaving onion for that to go bad. We are leaving watermelon for it to go bad. We are leaving orange for it to go bad. Sometimes the 8 to 5 worker doesn't even have the time to say that I'm going to the market to go and buy these things. But when you have a fair, you have, say, National Food Fair, I know that it's at maybe a designated location. We go there, we buy it in bulk, and we take it to our home. So we can also save these farmers this wahala by going through the tough times of working, doing whatever they are supposed to do, and they do not get the little money they are even supposed to get from the government, and it's also from the public. When the MCE spoke, he spoke about 85 kg, which is the 900 Ghana cedis. Right. And I think that is the grower the farmer was talking about. So if 85 kg, and then just say that you are buying 50 kg for 700 Ghana cedis, take the 35 kg out of it. That's like 200 Ghana cedis. So why are you going to get 200 Ghana cedis, 35 kg for 200 Ghana cedis? That's a lot. You understand? So you bring it to a place where you think that you can get the market. People buy and people will consume. We really need food when it comes to this country. And even when you come to Accra, if Maslow's hierarchy of need, these things, there's basic things: shelter, food, clothing. And food is taking like a chunk of our money. You come to Accra and you have a place to put your head or to stay, to lay your head. And the next thing is you are thinking of what to eat. But if you have local rice and you think that has really been added some sort of value, you can really consume and eat well, it's going to reduce the burden on you. You know that you go to market and they are not going to count maybe 2 or 3 tomatoes for you, and they'll say that it's 50 cedis or 20 cedis, and it's reduced to say you can get something for like 5 cedis or 10 cedis. It's going to reduce the burden on you, the 8 to 5 worker.
Right. So I also think this is in as much as it looks like very difficult on the farmer, especially with the bumper harvest issue, I think also it's an opportunity. It's an opportunity for the government to look at, how to bring food from other parts of the country to the central part of the
so
country,
that we buy.
for everybody can access it. So something like the agri-fair, it's very important once in a while. These fairs need to be done once in a while. People need to get access to food that they think they cannot reach. Because there are people out there, there are farmers out there that have so much to offer, but no one is buying.
And across the country, every region has something to offer.
Exactly.
For instance, you go up north, you get yam. You get the shea butter and all those things and other things when you go up north, right? When you come to maybe the southern part of the country, that is where you get cassava, you get the plantain and all
potatoes
that. And all those things. When you come to the coastal area, you get fish to buy. You go to where they were referring to the Birim area, you would get the local rice to buy. You go to the Volta region, there is something for you to buy. So every part of the country has something to give.
Offer.
You understand? Not long ago, we were talking about the situation in the Bono region where the farmers were complaining about road. And it's a farming community. Every region has something to offer. So let's put things together and make life easy for us in Ghana, because we are suffering. See, we are suffering. You wake up in the morning and Accra, if you do not have 50 Ghana cedis or you don't have 60 Ghana cedis or a minimum of 30 Ghana cedis, you can't even eat cake and fish. And you are moving about and calculating 30 Ghana cedis times 30, that is 900 Ghana cedis. Then you are now going to buy something to wear. You are now going to pay transport. We are suffering. So please, if the food is somewhere that has to be brought to the cities and to the areas that we can easily access, governments, that's why we voted for you. That is why we put you there, so that at least you would just let us heave a sigh of relief, so that when our wives go onto the market, they won't bring big bills to us. When our mothers go onto the market, they won't bring big bills to us.
And when they bring the big bills to you, you think that they
are cheating you. Yes, you think so, because maybe
you'll be like, but just last week
it was this.
It was 40
and now
cedis.
it is this.
And now it's 100 cedis.
Yes. You understand?
No, we're not cheating.
Well, we the people giving the money will think that, you are doing chobo. You understand? And
but sometimes chobo is necessary.
It's necessary. But you see, if the thing is cheaper, the thing is on the market and it's not that expensive.
And it's accessible.
The kind of chobo you see me wouldn't be huge. Imagine you are buying tomatoes for 100 Ghana cedis. and the next minute you tell me that it's going to 120 Ghana cedis. You understand? But on the market, you can get that bucket of tomatoes for like 60 Ghana cedis. And you take like 80 Ghana cedis for me. I'm cool. You understand? But if you are taking 100 Ghana cedis for me for a bucket of tomatoes, and the next minute you are taking like 130 Ghana cedis or 140 Ghana cedis for me, it's a toll on me. Mind you, the salary is same. Or whatever you are getting the income from, it's same.
Yeah, nothing
it doesn't
changes.
change. It's like constant. And the other things are variables.
Yeah, so even if the economy changes,
yes,
you're still where you are.
You understand? But if we have these things coming from the rural areas, coming from other parts of the country where you think that people can easily buy, it makes life easy.
Yeah. Yeah,
makes life easy.
Anyway, I think this was a very great conversation, and we pray that those in charge should actually listen to some of the pleas of the farmers and also listen to some of the ideas that we've put out on the show. You never know who might need, and you never know who it will help. But definitely, I believe that if we had something like the Agri Fair every year or every
month,
well, every month,
see, the sanitation day is the first Saturday in every month.
Yeah.
We can do something every Saturday in the last week of the month.
Of the year, yeah.
Of the month. If you can't do it, at most, do it 3 times in a month. Reason is the farmers are always working. There is something to cultivate.
Yeah.
There is something that is in its season.
They are never in a break.
Exactly. So not long ago we had the issue of plantain not being in season. Now plantain is in season. When I was coming, I saw one in front of St. John's Grammar, and the truck loaded with plantain. Mind you, if these market women do not sell it in say a week, 2-3 weeks time, it will go bad. And when it goes bad, what happens? And when it goes extinct or it's out of season, then now you're buying plantain for huge amount of money.
50 cedis.
Yes, so just create
2
something.
for 50 cedis.
Let people come, and people will come and take.
Yeah.
You understand?
So
that's what somebody's saying.
Chips, like even like
somebody I bought for 5 cedis and I'm like, why did you count it into the rubber?
Oh yeah.
Or what? Or 10 Ghana cedis and I'm like, how many will these children of mine eat, and how many will I eat for? See, it's a difficult thing that we are facing. So if the government must do something, it has to be now. When that particular produce is in its season, create a conducive environment for people to get access to it. And when we get access to it, maybe the individual will have a way to store it. So for instance, I have plantain in my house. I would have a way to store it that I can keep it there for a very long time. I have maize, which is in season. I would have a way to store it. I have rice, which is in season. I'll have a way to store it. Fruit is in season. You drive along Tema to Aflao and you see watermelon going bad.
Exactly.
And you ask yourself, what are we thinking about? And see, we always fancy cutting salt or breaking the ground for factories and all those things, which we do not really see what the essence is. Create conducive ways, conducive means for us to enjoy what the farmers are producing. And definitely we can pay.
And you know what? And you know what? I also think, in as much as we are speaking to the government about this, in creating avenues for, to help these farmers make money, I also think the farmers also need to think about their pricing.
Well, I don't think that the farmer needs a lot when it comes to money.
No,
see, if you get it directly from the farmer, it's way cheaper than when it comes onto the market. You understand? Maybe the farmer, because there is a middleman, and there is always a middleman who is going to make the price bigger or increase the price. You understand? But when you have it directly from the government, taking it directly from the farmers and creating a conducive area, a conducive means that we, the final consumers, can get it directly from the farmers. It helps. But anyway, let's see how that one will turn out to be in the coming days.
Great conversation. Now it's time for us to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll be back with more.
Habibi, my people, welcome to Dubai. My name is Sheikh Alkal bin Maktoum. Okay, so I am Caleb, right? Caleb Kuda is my name, and this is Beyond Borders on Channel 1 Television. We are in Dubai. So join me. Let us explore the allure, the beauty, and the reality of life and living it in Dubai through the eyes and the experiences of our compatriots.
Imagine 6 people, 10 people sharing a common room together.
Tifiana metimecho chinampe. Na ko complain there in the sense no why you are share one rooms na dey oma it doesn't smell pleasant. Wo hunting na complaints na be bring the fear no tum.
Dubai is one of the most organized, highly resourced, and well-endowed countries you would find.
You've been here for 7 months.
Yes.
Without a job.
Yeah.
How is it like?
So hard.
Tell me about it.
Struggling, renting and feeding is so hard.
Every frame per second of their lives in Dubai tells a story, and we've got it all captured right here on Beyond Borders, only on Channel 1 Television. So don't get told, don't miss out. Catch these compelling stories of Ghanaians in Dubai only on Beyond Borders on Channel 1 TV this and every Wednesday at 7 p.m. I catch you.
Beyond Borders is sponsored by Copen Hospitality. In a world filled with challenges, we all need guidance, hope, and a lifeline to anchor us.
This is Lifeline, and I'm your host, Fred Crunchy Mensah.
From social issues, relationship challenges, and family matters, Lifeline is here to inspire, uplift, and guide you on your journey.
Where we give you support, where we hold your hand through the valley and through the thick and thins of life.
Join Bishop Fred Crunchy Mensah.
I welcome you especially to Lifeline.
Every Tuesday and Thursday at 10 p.m. right here on Channel 1 TV. Let's walk this path together, strengthen our faith, our families, and our lives. Lifeline, because every soul deserves a guiding light. Tune in to Lifeline on Channel 1 TV and let's grow together.
Yvette Adunvo Atekpe. I'm the CEO of Dynamic Data Solutions Limited and co-chair of the Zonta District 18 conference due to be held in Accra from the 16th of October to the 18th of October 2025. I am particularly excited about what we are bringing into the lives of women and girls through STEM, setting up a foundation for STEM to enable girls and women participate in STEM. I am so excited and we're looking forward to having you all on board. Join and hop onto the Zonta bandwagon. We are unstoppable.
And I'm sure you've seen what we are about to talk about. That has to do with the Zonta International District 18 Conference. And in studio, Superbia Mabu, who is the Zonta District 18 Governor. You're welcome, madam.
Thank you.
And we have the Zonshia. Good. Yeah, Obine Wow, who is the Zonta District 18 STEM Committee Chairperson. Yes. You're welcome, madam, as
Thank
well.
you.
First of all, let's start with understanding what the Zonta District 18 is about. Yeah, let's start with you, Madam Omabo.
Thank you very much, and thank you for hosting us. Zonta is not about District 18 alone. Zonta is a global service organization championing for advocating for a better life for women and girls through projects, and not just advocacy, but through a partnership with other institutions and to ensure we meet our targets of making the world a better place for women and girls.
Beautiful,
Yes.
beautiful. So, Obenewa, this is a global thing, right?
Yes, it is.
Tell us about it, and how many members do you have?
So currently we're in about 1,100 countries, and then we have about 32,000 members globally. In the initial stages, it came about because the group of professional women who wanted to advance the status of women and girls. These days, we've allowed for all genders to be part of this project, and as part of the international organizations, you'd realize that we have both men and women in Zonta. District 18 forms one of many of the districts that forms part of Zonta International.
And Opebia spoke about some projects that you do and back on. If you can share with us, what are these projects about? What are some of the projects you do and back on?
So at the international level, we have been working with the United Nations to roll out a lot of our projects. At every conference we attend, which is every 2 years, we decide on projects that we want to do at the international levels. And we spend millions of dollars enhancing those projects. We've worked hand in hand with the UN, both at the UNFPA level, UNICEF, to ensure that girls and women have their goals being met. Then we come to the district level and then also to the club levels, and I'm sure our district governor will be able to touch on those.
You quickly touch on that, and we go to how you think that the issues of girl and women have really been dealt with, for that which Zonta is the focus. But so you talk about a
So
quick
District
thing,
18 is made up of 12 Zonta countries with 22 clubs. So Zonta is in Dakar, Senegal. We have a club in Dakar, a club in Freetown, a club in Abidjan. Then we have the Ghana clubs. Then we have Burkina Faso. We have Togo, Lomé. We have Cotonou, Benin. We have Nigeria, Ibadan, and Lagos. We have Kampala, Uganda. We have Kenya, and Nairobi. We have Congo, Telema, and Brazzaville, and we have Madagascar.
Wow, a lot.
So yes, that's 12 countries.
But looking at the fact that this is focused on girl and women, how do you think that issues around women and girls have really been dealt with?
Well, the issue of girls and women are dealt with best by the women, because we've been through, we understand what their challenges, and we tailor our projects and our various initiatives to meet the needs of the girls. As a district, I mean, as I'm governor, we have a district conference coming up, and in the conference we are partnering Koforidua Edward Technical University on a STEM initiative, and it's a bursary project that we are putting together in partnership with the Koforidua Technical University. And this STEM project is basically the brainchild of our STEM committee chair.
Okay. I see an inscription on your
T-shirt.
Yes.
Yeah, T-shirt. Zonta
says no to violence against women.
Are these some of the theme or the focal point you put on issues around women and girls?
Yes, it is. It's one of our biggest projects that we've rolled out, and it's also during the 16 days of advocacy, we actively participate in ensuring that violence against women is one thing that is put in the past. So all the clubs, all the districts come together to ensure that we're fighting for the rights of women and also against violence against women, violence against women. Yes.
Wow.
And to ensure that our voices are heard globally, we have dates when we celebrate the different challenges that the world faces. And that this is done globally. So for the 16 days of activism, it is celebrated at a time when it's done all around the world. So if it's the 10th to the 15th of October, globally, everyone celebrates or shares in the same vision.
Beautiful. Let's now talk about the conference, when it's happening, details of the conference, which people will be at the conference, and all that. Let's start with you, Zonshien or Benewa. Tell us about the conference.
So in a few days, Ghana is going to be bursting with Zontians from all the different countries that we've listed. And every 2 years, again, we come together at these district conferences to strategize as a district and also to vote on new leadership, to discuss issues about Zonta. We also raise money to support the foundation. So all these kind of decisions take place there. For most of the new members, it's a time for them to experience what Zonta truly stands for, because we discuss a lot of issues at our business meetings where we take action on those issues as well. It also helps us to come together and network. Networking is very important. Having people who are like-minded, who are in the various professions as we all are, coming together to discuss issues about women and also strengthening our bonds is very important. So our district conference this year will be held from the 16th to the 18th of October. It's being held at the now Eagles Palms here in Accra, which used to be the Holiday Inn. So the opening ceremony will be held at the Accra International Conference Center, and then all our business sessions will be at the Palms. We look forward to seeing all our Zontians who are here in Ghana, and also all the Zontians in Africa come together to make this a success. We're also looking forward to all our partners who've supported us throughout the years to be there at this conference.
Beautiful. What do you need to do to be a Zontian, Governor?
Well, before I say that, and I'd like to add to the district conference, we have our international president as the international representative for the district conference.
Beautiful.
And her role will be to ensure that whatever happens at the district conference aligns with the Zonta International mission. So, yes.
Now let's come to what you need to do, or what it takes
to be a Zontian.
Good.
You must be professional.
Okay.
And you must be male or female and have the heart and the compassion to support, make the world a better place for women and girls.
Oh,
that's all.
Beautiful.
Yes.
And you must be a professional. I want to ask you, what's your profession?
I'm a business executive. But I started Zonta, at the time I joined Zonta, I was a secretary.
Beautiful. And you?
So I'm an electrical engineer, and the beauty about Zonta is that once you join with your profession, you also align with a professional identity as well. Yeah. So professionally, I work as an electrical engineer, but my heart is for advocacy, and this is very passionate to me. And
you made mention of networking, very important.
Yes, very important.
Very important.
So it helps you to really know people and to create some
especially
sort of
when you have a network of the global service organization before you. When we go for conventions, you have women from all over the world coming together to network. And when we have a conference too, you have the same thing, different women coming from the district. And, you know, depending on how long you've been a Zontian, you're able to, you know, establish, you know, long-term network relationships. I've been a Zontian for 29 years.
We are more than happy to welcome
so,
I'm interested. So how do I join? Through a WhatsApp call, through a WhatsApp message?
I'll take your number and I'll get it.
But how? Let's inform the general public. How are they going to join? Like how? Through how do you get in touch with you and say, hi, maybe I want to be a Zontian, or how do you go about it? Maybe somebody's watching.
Well, the district conference. Once you can come to the opening ceremony on the 16th from 9 to 12 at the International Conference Center, and we will, through your network, set up a platform to let people know how to be to join Zonta.
Okay.
So it shouldn't be a problem. And we hope you will attend the district conference as your starter.
Additionally, for those who are tech savvy, I think once you go on the Zonta International website, there's a place where you can fill a form to be a member. International will then send information out to the various districts or clubs, and then we will reach out to you and then also take the process from there. I joined Zonta, and the other day I was thinking I've been a member only a few years, but I'm close to 20 years in Zonta. And when I joined, I was a young professional. So as a young professional, being there with some of these people who serve as mentors electively supported me in my career growth. So we are open to see how other people would find Zonta as a place to do. But the core foundation of this is to make sure that you are advocacy minded and you have the passion to do something for girls and women.
Beautiful. Anyway, before you take leave of us, people who will be coming for this event, are they supposed to be strictly Zontians?
No, the opening ceremony is open to the general public.
Okay.
But the business sessions are exclusively for Zontians.
Zontians.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much. And Obinwa, your final words?
So I'll talk about the STEM once again because it's passionate to me. I think as an electrical engineer, I'm obviously aware of the gaps we have when it comes to science, technology, engineering, and math. And as a district, we are piloting this one here in Ghana because our district governor is from Ghana, and it's only good for us to keep this pilot project here. We've raised some money. We're still looking for more money to make this a success. We'll be heading to Koforidua Technical University this morning to sign our memorandum of understanding, where we would initially give a check of 450,000 to help the students in STEM. We're still fundraising, we're still looking for money. There's so many things that we need to do to enhance STEM in our universities, and we don't want it to end there. We want to roll it out to different places. So we're asking all our corporate bodies, all our friends in society to assist us to make this a success.
Beautiful. I'm grateful. You want to add anything?
No, just to say thank you very much for your time, and we look forward to you joining us for the opening ceremony.
Beautiful.
And also to all your viewers.
Yes. Beautiful. Thank you so much for your time. Opebia Omabo, who's the Zonta District 18 Governor, and also Zonshana Yao Benewa, who's a Zonta District 18 STEM Committee Chairperson, an electrical engineer, and also a business executive. Yeah, so it tells you the kind of networking you would get when you enter this event that we put the flyer on the screen. It's happening not far from today. Make sure that it's 10 to 16. 16 to 18.
Next week.
Next week. So make sure that you join the Zontions, be part of it, network, and have a focus on championing the cause of women and girls. Make it a point and attend this event. We'll bring you more on the show. Stay with us here on Breakfast Daily on Channel One TV.
My name is Yvette Adunvo Atekpe. I'm the CEO of Dynamic Data Solutions Limited and co-chair of the Zonta District 18 conference due to be held in Accra from the 16th of October to the 18th of October 2025. I am particularly excited about what we are bringing into the lives of women and girls through STEM, setting up a foundation for STEM to enable girls and women participate in STEM. I am so excited, and we're looking forward to having you all on board. Join and hop onto the Zonta bandwagon. We are unstoppable.
Full of questions, where truth often hides behind noise, one show dares to ask what truly matters face to face. With fearless clarity and a quest for accountability, host Umaru Amadou sits down with the movers and shakers of politics, governance, society, and business, confronting the issues that define our national conversation.
The party itself has said that whenever you are in opposition, you should choose flag bearers early.
So what you are trying to tell me is that you want somebody who is going out to come and select a leader for you. So the next person will come and say, but I didn't select him.
Direct victim of attack, violent attack.
Where and when?
The first one happened in Parliament. I was pregnant.
Now, for me, it was legitimized by a radio or TV station giving her a position to work. So for you, take issue with GH1 and what and giving her the platform. That is where the minority is. We are on them. We've asked questions.
President Mahama will be a mean president if he prioritized only his children and DCP. He needs to demonstrate a Ghanaian government.
Every Tuesday at 9 p.m., join Umaru Amadou on Face to Face as he digs deeper, challenges power, and reveals the stories shaping Ghana's future. Only on Channel One TV.
In a world filled with challenges, we all need guidance, hope, and a lifeline to anchor us.
This is Lifeline, and I'm your host, Fred Crunchy Mensa.
From social issues, relationship challenges, and family matters, Lifeline is here to inspire, uplift, and guide you on your journey.
Where we give you support, where we hold your hand through the valley and through the thick and thins of life.
Join Bishop Fred Crunchy Mensa.
I welcome you especially to Lifeline.
Every Tuesday and Thursday at 10 p.m. right here on Channel 1 TV. Let's walk this path together, strengthen our faith, our families, and our lives. Lifeline, because every soul deserves a guiding light. Tune in to Lifeline on Channel 1 TV and let's grow together.
Welcome back. It's still Breakfast Daily here. That was a very great conversation Philip had with the reps from Zonta. But now it's time for us to check out our entertainment highlight of the day, and we'll be back with sports.
Hello and welcome to Entertainment Highlight on Breakfast Daily, powered by GhanaWeekend.com. This is presented by Major Jones. Let's get into our first highlight. Creative director and entertainment pundit Bulldog has made a surprising revelation about the origins of Rapperholic, the annual concert headlined by award-winning rapper Sarkodie. Speaking on the charts with Eko Kumsin on Channel 1 TV on Saturday, October 4th, Bulldog disclosed that the idea for Rapperholic was conceived 13 years ago and was initially designed for Jamaican dancehall star Vybz Kartel. According to him, plans changed along the way, leading to the concert being aligned with Sarkodie instead, a decision that has since grown into one of Ghana's biggest music brands. Rapperholic started as an idea 13 years ago and was initially designed for Vybz Kartel before we decided on Sarkodie, Bulldog revealed. Rapperholic has since become a staple on Ghana's entertainment calendar, celebrating Sarkodie's career and spotlighting Ghanaian music talent every year.
So this particular concert started with Vybz Kartel. Yes, we had booked a venue to bring in Vybz Kartel 13 years ago. We had done our negotiations and everything was done. We're about to transfer money to the agent and lock him down. And then we heard the bad news that he had been arrested. Exactly. Yeah. So straight away, we had to go back onto the drawing board and say, who do we pick up here? At the time, I was working with VIP, so I put the name on the table. Other names came up. Nabil said, no, Sarkodie is coming up. So why don't we approach him? And at the time, truly, yeah, he had amassed some sort of following. Cult following. Yeah, it's just that he's not really aggregated it, right? So I stepped to Sarkodie and told him, hey, we want to do this for you. And he's like, bruh, we are sure. I said, oh, everything is locked down. We have the venue, we have the everything, we have everything.
The Accra Indie Film Fest AIF has been awarded the 2025 British Council Festival Connect grant, marking a significant milestone in the festival's international growth. The grant will support the creation of AIF Edinburgh Connect, a cultural exchange initiative set to launch in Scotland this November. The initiative will debut as part of the second edition of the Napier Student Film Festival NSFF, scheduled from 5th to 7th November 2025 at Edinburgh Napier's University's Mackinstein and Craig Lockhart campuses.
Founded in 2019, the Accra Indie Film Fest has emerged as one of Africa's fastest growing platforms for independent short films, spotlighting emerging filmmakers and fostering global collaboration. The festival provides a creative space where African stories are shared and celebrated alongside international narratives. Luxury fashion house Louis Vuitton has stirred widespread debate across Africa following the release of its new bag inspired by the iconic Ghana Must Go design. Priced between $595 and $3,000, the piece has drawn criticisms from many who argue that the brand failed to acknowledge the bag's deep African roots. The original Ghana Must Go bag has long been a household staple across the continent, symbolizing resilience, migration, and survival. Its history tracks back to 1983 during the mass expulsion of Ghanaians from Nigeria, a period that gave rise to the now famous name and cultural significance attached to the bag. Louis Vuitton's reinterpretation has reignited conversations about cultural appreciation, representation, and respect for African heritage within global fashion. After 10 weeks of 29 housemates supplying viewers with unlimited drama, fun, controversies, emotions, and evictions, and one disqualification, Emisi has been declared the winner of the 10th season of the Big Brother Naija reality show. Considered as one of the strongest contenders for the Big Brother Naija 10/10 edition, Emisi's win is a testament to her popularity among viewers who were endeared to a relatable personality. As the winner of the 10th edition of the Big Brother Naija, Emisi will be going home with a whopping 150 million naira, among other prizes she won during her 10 weeks in the house. Opeyemi Ayanwale Omiswelewa, the 23-year-old fashion designer and actress from Oyo State, made a name for herself on the show as a housemate who thrives on challenges, seeks excitement, and embraces every opportunity to show her depth. Emisi stole the hearts of millions with her unfiltered charm, radiant energy, and the unmistakable real girl appeal that glued fans to their screens. 3 months after being acquitted of major charges, hip-hop mogul Sean Diddy Combs has now been sentenced to prison in a federal case that has shaken the entertainment world. In a Manhattan courtroom on Friday, Sean Diddy Combs sat quietly as Judge Arum Subramanian handed down his sentence, 4 years and 2 months in prison, along with a $500,000 fine. This comes after a jury in July acquitted the 55-year-old music icon of sex trafficking and racketeering charges that could have carried a life sentence. However, jurors found him guilty of transporting individuals for prostitution involving 2 of his ex-girlfriends, Cassandra Ventura and another identified as Jane. Witnesses described Combs as emotionless throughout the proceedings, keeping his eyes down as the judge spoke for nearly 20 minutes, condemning his actions and the abuse of his former partners. At the end of the hearing, Combs stand to face more than 30 family members and friends seated behind him, lips trembling as he appeared to whisper a brief message, "I love you, I am sorry." Combs will serve his sentence in federal prison, marking one of the most dramatic downfalls in modern music history.
All right, you're welcome back, and that's our entertainment highlight of the day. Right now, it's time for us to get into some sports, and joining us, obviously, it's Yao Minta. Hi, Yao.
Hello, Chris.
How's everything?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Oh, fine. You look all relaxed today.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I know that looking at the performance of our Black Stars over the past weekend, we are definitely beating Central African Republic on Wednesday and sealing our qualification to the World Cup officially. I mean, as this time, we have one foot in the World Cup.
Right.
And so we just need the other foot to come along so that we can be firmly planted in the scheme of things when it comes to the 2026 FIFA World Cup that will be held in the United States of America, Mexico, and Canada. And so, that's why I'm very relaxed. Unlike before where, things were quite tense and you were always edgy. But, things look to be quite okay.
You're excited about that?
Oh, yeah, very excited. I mean, because at the end of the day, you look at on Wednesday, and that's when Ghana will play against Central African Republic at 4 p.m. it will be played in, the game will be played in Morocco at a neutral venue because Central African Republic, they don't have an approved venue by CAF to host such games. And so it has to be played at a neutral venue.
But how have they been
away
doing?
From home. How have they been
doing?
Central African Republic.
That's the Central African Republic.
Yeah, they haven't been great. They haven't been bad. I mean, they've just been okay. I mean, looking at the way things stand in the group, they have just been okay. But in the first round, when we played them in Ghana at the Baba Yara Stadium, yeah, they gave us a good run for our money. It was quite nervous. We beat them by 4-3.
Right.
Yes.
Oh, 4-3.
Yeah,
so just one. Yeah.
Yeah, we beat them by 4-3, and even with that win, there was a bit of controversy surrounding it because of the nature of the goals that we scored, and there was an incident where they had a legit penalty and it was overruled, wasn't taken, and so yeah, it brought about a bit of tension surrounding Central African Republic, that particular game. But looking at how Ghana has picked up from that particular game, yeah, things are a little bit okay. And in terms of the level of confidence and in terms of the level of point tally that we've been able to gather so far.
All right. So what about Inaki Williams?
Yes. Inaki Williams picked up a leg injury on Saturday, and so he won't feature for Ghana in these qualifiers. And so he has since been replaced by Brandon Thomas Asante. The official wedding came late last night, and Thomas Asante quickly moved over to Morocco to join up with the team. And the Black Stars players, they started arriving in Morocco, in Casablanca to play that particular game against Central African Republic. And
and how is Thomas Asante?
Oh yeah, he's good. He's been in good form. I expected him to be even named in the squad the first time.
The original squad.
Yeah, the original squad. I expected him to be named in the original squad. I didn't even expect him to be a replacement because he's been in good form. 9 games that he's played so far, he scored 5 goals. He's registered 3 assists. So when you put that together, that's 8 goal contributions in 9 games. And so that basically means every game he either gives an assist or he scores a goal. And so that for me is very brilliant. And you can see the Black Stars players arriving in their hotel in Morocco. And you can see the drip. Yeah, you can see the drip. I appreciate all the drip. Yeah, that's some money right there. That's that's some money right there. And so you can see all the money dripping from these boys. And so wish them all the best. Wednesday we play against Central African Republic. We'll bring you live commentary on City 97.3 FM from 3 o'clock. We'll build up to that game that starts at 4 p.m. The post-game analysis, everything in between, we'll give it to you. And hopefully they can beat Central African Republic and qualify officially to the 2026 FIFA World Cup.
So that means if they don't beat them, they won't?
Oh, no, we'll still have another chance because we'll play against Comoros on Sunday. We'll play against Comoros on Sunday. But the focus...
But beating them will make it easier.
Easy, yeah. The focus is on Wednesday because once you beat Central African Republic, you've officially qualified to the World Cup. Then the Sunday game against Comoros here in Accra, it should just be more or less like a coronation, a festival. It should be a festival where a lot of people will just come to enjoy the football rather than sit on tenterhooks or to other kind of football. No. You just want to get that job done to ensure that there are no surprises when it comes to that game against Comoros. So just beat Central African Republic, qualify to the World Cup officially. Then the Sunday game...
And make life easy for everybody.
And make life easy for yourself. Sunday game, just come and enjoy. I'm pretty sure if we get that thing done, we should invite a lot of artists to the stadium, have a jam, just enjoy the show with the Black Stars playing against Comoros. Then we start preparations for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. And so that's the lowdown on the Black Stars.
Right, so anything on the Premier League?
Oh yeah, the Premier League, yes, you can see the man in behind me, Antoine Semenyo. He did a great job. He bagged a couple of goals, and he also got an assist and continuing his rich vein of form. Mohamed Kudus also got an assist and a goal. And then you also had Man United beating Sunderland by 2-0. And then Chelsea ended up beating Liverpool by 2-1. And it was a very good game, very exciting game. And Chelsea managed to pull off that particular win with a very late winner. Unfortunately, the head coach of Chelsea, got so excited. He ran over to the corner flag to celebrate with his players, and he got red carded. He got a second yellow card because he had already attracted a yellow card earlier in the game for dissent. I mean, he had a back and forth with the referee and he got yellow carded for it. And then once that goal was scored, he got so overly excited. He ran. I mean, he ran. You should have seen him. He looked like a footballer in his prime. Enzo Maresca moved over to the corner flag, celebrated with his players, and yeah, you can't do that as a coach. You can't do that, and so you got a yellow card, and yeah, that added up to the first yellow card that he got, and boom, he got kicked out. But at the end of the day, yeah, it doesn't matter. He won't care. He absolutely won't care. He got that win over Chelsea, over Liverpool. And speaking of Liverpool,
but should the Liverpool fans be worried?
Yeah, I was going to that. Should they be worried?
It doesn't seem to be going well for them.
Yeah,
lately.
in recent times. I mean, because this loss to Chelsea marked the third game in a row that they've lost. Yes. So the previous round in the Premier League, they lost 2-1 to Crystal Palace. Then in Champions League midweek, they lost to Galatasaray from Turkey. Then this past weekend, they lost to Chelsea. So that's 3 losses in a row. But I don't think Liverpool fans should fret too much. It's very early in the season.
You never know.
They are still getting.
You never know.
They are still getting themselves on the same level because they brought in quite a number of players in the off season and they are making changes. They are going through the motions. I think they will come good. They just have way too much quality with a very quality coach for them to miss out on defending the Premier League title. I see them as winners of this year's Premier League season, and I see them being able to successfully defend their title. So yeah, it's a bit of a wobbler along the way, but it's very early in the season. I think they'll come good, especially at this time when after 3 losses there's an international break. You get to go out there, refresh your mind, go be with your countrymen, and then reassemble. Yeah, I'm pretty sure by the time they come back they'll be very refreshed and they'll be able to back as many wins as possible. So I'm not fretting, and Liverpool fans shouldn't fret. I mean, it's very early in the season. Before these losses, Liverpool had gone on a 7-game unbeaten run. They were winning all the games. So yeah, I think, and even with that run, they didn't look too convincing. And because, like I said, they are still putting things together with all these new players that they brought in, Ekitike, Alexander Isak, Jeremy Frimpong, all of these guys. So yeah, seeing this, I'm not too surprised. Seeing this very early in the season, I'm not too surprised. So yeah, Liverpool fans, just don't worry about it. I mean, I know this world that we live in, instant gratification, you lose 1 or 2 games, and all of a sudden, the world is coming to an end. But trust me, it's not that. But
are there any games that we should look out for this week?
Oh no, yes, this week is because of the international break. So no club action. It's all about the national teams and qualification to the 2026 FIFA World Cup. And so the big one we should look out for, I mean, we are from Ghana.
Black Stars.
Yes, the Ghana game against Central African Republic.
Wednesday.
Wednesday at 4 p.m. And we should also be looking out for Nigeria's run with South Africa.
South Africa with everything that's going on.
Looking at everything that has gone on, the point deduction and the World Cup qualification bit in it. And so, yeah, that should be also an interesting group to look out for. The Nigeria-South Africa dynamic, how it shapes out with the point deduction being factored. And so, yeah, those are the games that we should be looking out for. But, yeah, so far, Morocco, they've qualified already to the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Hopefully, by the end of Thursday, we should get maybe two more countries, including Ghana. There's Algeria too. They are also on the verge of qualifying to the World Cup. So by the end of this week, maybe we should get at least 3 African countries officially sealing their place in the 2026 FIFA World Cup. And hopefully Ghana is one of them.
Yeah, we'll keep our fingers crossed for that. Hopefully Ghana is one of them. But thank you
Fingers
so
crossed.
much,
You're
Yao.
welcome. You're
It was
welcome.
really
You're
nice
welcome.
having this conversation with you. And ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Yao brought us the sports news. And now it's time for us to say bye-bye. But I would like to remind you that Nanatu Boateng actually started the show. And of course, Philip was also in the show. Philip Nilate was also in the show. And my name is Chris Carter. Thank you so much for joining us today on Breakfast Daily. Hope to see you tomorrow at 7 a.m. for a brand new episode of Breakfast Daily right here on Channel One TV. But keep on watching Channel One TV.